orange they bleed. Vol Nation's tailgating and they're raring to go. Yeah, when Neyland gets to rocking, it's a hell of a show. And man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back, it's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, staying proud, send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact the big orange is back. Big orange is back. Got Rocky Top rocking all across the land, and we sing it with the pride of the Southland Band.
We're good. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 12 of the Vols Deep podcast. We decided to go live again. We had our second live, I guess, technically with all of us last week. We may start doing a bunch of lives.
We are live and in living color, everybody, all over television world and everything, if you will.
Live and in prime time at that.
Listen at Spank already in gimmick. We're coming after that belt tonight, Spank.
Yeah, please. Yeah, we'll see about it. Look, I'm going to hold this belt all the way till I return home on August the 11th at Cofield School. Joe Kazana Promotions presents Heartbeat, baby.
You ain't the only one to hold that belt today. And we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later when I become the new champion.
Okay. We'll see about it.
We're currently live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and we try to get TikTok, but again, no luck. We have a good show for you today.
Damn Chinese.
We have we have all of us together today, so it's going to be different. How y'all doing?
Fine, dandy, and sweet as candy, baby.
I'm doing excellent. Got the Indianapolis and Nashville this week, IndyCar race. I'm going to be there. If for one thing, see if everybody can hear me in the comment section, because the microphone's kind of jacked up at the moment. See if you can't hear me, let me know.
You should be good because it's on the soundboard. It's going.
We're better than we deserve. You know, we're counting down the days, and within a month's time, we'll be in Nashville for some Tennessee football, and I can't wait, Luke.
Yep, 31 days until it's football time in Tennessee. Practice started today. Yesterday was Team Media Day. It's here. 30 days we'll be in the state capitol throwing down.
And in just 2 weeks, we got high school football starting. So the time is now, and we've made it through the summer to the spring, and football season right around the corner.
NFL preseason starts this weekend.
It sure does. Tomorrow, I believe.
Is it tomorrow?
It is. We have football on.
Yeah, we'll be getting ready for the Virginia Cavaliers very soon. Great show lined up. We're going to talk about our man, Coach Josh Heupel, getting it done every week. Another massive recruit for the Tennessee Vols. We'll get into our brand new offensive lineman commitment. Some very cool comments from him as well. Where does this put the Vols in their recruiting rankings? We'll talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about VFL first-round draft pick, top 10 draft pick Darnell Wright. Some funny but good news coming from the Chicago Bears camp. Speaking of last year's draft picks, we're going to talk about former Tennessee wide receiver Jalen Hyatt.
He's going to show off.
Talk about making some noise. We're going to dive into Jalen Hyatt and what all is going on with him. We have some Tennessee quarterback Joe Milton news. We've got giveaways. This is what people really stick around for. We have an actual giveaway for you all today. We will tell you more about that as we go along. And we're also going to tell you about a massive giveaway that we have going on, a ticket giveaway. Atmospheres. We've ranked almost everything in the SEC, mascots, helmets, uniforms, coaches. So we're going to continue this. We're going to talk SEC's top atmospheres / environments and stadiums as a whole. I really want to do this for the whole of college football, but we've kind of been doing SEC, so we'll stick with that. Then maybe next year we can.
Next year we can always go back through it all or something like that, and just. I told you the mic would be off.
Man, if you talk loud and clear, you'll hear you.
You want to finish your thought?
Oh well,
he lost track.
He's going to do that in the duel, too. Just lose track, and we're going to take the belt for Spank.
But anyway, we're gonna rank SEC atmospheres. Last week we kind of discussed random questions, concerns going into the season. I really like that, so we're going to do that again in segment 2, the second talking point. We've got start bench cut. We've got the duel, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, other. We've got the jersey countdown, and of course the giveaway coming your way next. Thank you to Fairview Union for the great music they provide for this podcast.
It's great stuff.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Vol Daddy. I want to give a big shout out to the Fairview Union. Great musicians, local people. Chad's from my hometown. They were gracious enough to let us use their music for our podcast. Make sure you check them out. They're huge Tennessee fans. You won't be disappointed. Let's hear them play.
Man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back. It's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, staying proud. Send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact the big orange is back on track. Coach Hyper, where you at? Getting it done, having fun. Power team #1. Y'all better get used to the fact the big orange is back.
Since July of 2021, our student athletes have capitalized on so many NIL opportunities that have been presented to them. Those opportunities exist because of the power of Vol Nation. When you combine the most passionate fan base in the country with the city of Knoxville and our great state, you create the nation's #1 NIL destination for student athletes. There's no better place for our players to build their brands than right here at Tennessee. I encourage all of you to support and donate to Spire Sports and Our Lady Vol Booster Collective. These collectives are here to serve our student athletes the right way in our community. To get involved, please scan this QR code now. It's been an incredible fall for our program, and we are just scratching the surface of what we can accomplish. Let's all do our part to ensure that Tennessee continues to lead the way in name, image, and likeness. Go Big Orange.
And we're back. Next, we've got our recap. Usually we do this on Monday, so we're a little bit delayed with some of our news. But let's start talking about our first giveaway. Today we're going to give away a signed baseball. Tennessee players Blake Burke and Ben Joyce. Well, I should say former Tennessee player for Ben Joyce, because he's in the MLB and killing it with the Angels.
He's going to be a solid closer very, very soon for the Angels.
And I'm not going to get fired from JCP. Kirk, won't you just sit back and hush your mouth?
We ain't even
you
going
come
to
on here.
comment.
He's running his mouth online. You come on here trying to get relevant. That's what your family is good for. Try to piggyback off of my success. Try to be relevant on my part.
We're trying to give away a baseball.
Sorry, he pissed me off. I'm sorry.
Blake Burke, Tennessee first baseman, and everyone has heard of the Burke Bomb, so he's going to be on that baseball we're giving away as well. We're giving away a pack of Topps baseball cards. We're going to give away some old school Tennessee football cards and a decal. So towards the end of the show, we're going to ask a trivia question. The first one to answer wins. It's that simple. Excited to do a giveaway. It's fun and exciting and engaging for everybody that listens. Let's talk about Tennessee's newest football recruit, a big-time commit, Mr. Bennett Warren. Heupel's at it again.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago, Luke. You know, just a few short years ago, we wasn't even getting these 4- and 5-star recruits to come to campus, let alone committing to us. So this is another huge 4-star get for the University of Tennessee, and I can't wait to see what comes next.
He is actually a track and field and basketball star at the moment.
Track and field in that size. It's crazy.
It is.
Monster, 6'7.5", 330 pounds from Sugar Land, Texas. 247 has him as the number 5 offensive tackle in the country. ESPN has him as the number 8 offensive tackle in the country. A player everyone in the country offered, but his top 4 was Tennessee, Michigan, Oklahoma, and Texas A&M.
In a huge position of need, the tackle. So it's a great get for Josh Heupel and the Vols. I think I seen a quote somewhere from Mr. Barrett that said that he was down on an official visit at LSU. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's a very cool story. He was at LSU for an official visit during last year's Tennessee LSU game, and wasn't really interested in Tennessee, you know, but it was Vol Nation that kind of made him find interest there. He talked about the 30-plus thousand fans that showed up in Death Valley and took it over. So huge win for Vol Nation.
So the 20,000 Vol family that went down there to sing Rocky Top all night long in Death Valley, thank you, because you're responsible for this 4-star recruit coming to Tennessee.
For sure, yeah. You can't tell me that fans don't make a huge difference. Hit the comment section real quick before I forget. Marty says, go Vols on Facebook. Ethan Bradshaw said, hopefully he's better now. He says Corbin's quiet. Logan Moore says, Lot A tailgate for the boys, 7:30 a.m. So there's an invite for us to come to
What
the tailgate
time?
in Nashville.
What time?
7:30.
7:30.
Yep.
On Saturday morning?
Yep, Saturday morning.
I'm always ready to
We'll be
throw
there.
down. We usually get started about 4 o'clock in the morning. It's rough on us.
Alex wants to know expectations. Alex Escalar on Facebook, expectations for Tillman with the Browns. I think he's going to be a steal. I don't think he's going to be as big a steal as Hyatt, but I think he's going to be great.
It's the Browns, so he's going to get some playing time, no doubt. Just what do they have around him?
Yeah, let's see. Kirk says Spank's not even a Tennessee fan.
Who cares what
what-
he has to say?
Wait, Spank, we got Spank in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Who
He's perfectly
cares what
fine.
he has to say? Like, my Lord. It's like, he was talking about this belt here. Well, let me guess. You want to throw this belt in the trash, too, and then pull it right out and say you want it. Like, that makes perfectly good sense, pal, don't it?
I will say Spank looks much better in this color orange.
He does.
The
I'm
real
sorry.
orange.
I have a tendency to trade in orange for blue. That's just how it is.
God, don't make
Digging
me sick.
Sports says you look good with the title. Spank Nugs
Who
says
said that?
Digging Sports
Well,
on
I
YouTube.
appreciate you digging.
Nugs on YouTube says Corbin, you got to get the title back.
Oh,
Oh, I'm getting
I'm
it back
glad he's
tonight.
got
Don't you
somebody
worry. I'm
loves
getting
him.
it
They,
back tonight.
they forgetting
yeah,
about
because
me.
Mama don't even love him. She loves me. I asked her last night.
Tina says, hey. Kimberly says, go Big Orange. Travis Duncan says, I'm stopping in and crashing the party. Come on, buddy. If I had another mic, we'd throw you on here.
He'll Premier Excavate us.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
So with the commit Bennett Warren, this moves Tennessee to number 6 as of now in the recruiting rankings, according to On3. Ahead of them are Georgia, Ohio State, Florida, which blows my mind, Alabama, and Florida State. Behind Tennessee right now is Michigan, Clemson, Penn State, and the real USC at number 10.
That's higher than we was last week by a big shot.
And you know, it's only getting higher and higher. When you get in that top 10, you know that there's so few that separates number 1 from number 10. So we got a top 10 class in the country coming in, and that excites me more than just about anything.
Well, think about this. Last week was what, number 11 in the nation? Now we're number 6. That's a pretty big dang jump.
Next week we'll be on here. We'll be 4.
Keep on
Why
coming.
can't we be number 1?
Well,
That's
we're
what I'm
getting there.
trying to figure
We're
out.
getting there.
You gotta be number 1, pal. You gotta be like a spank. Number 1.
Yeah, still great. You know, last year, yeah, I think we finished number 10, I think. So it's going to be back-to-back top 10 classes for Heupel, but
Still better than what we've been in the past 10, 15 years.
the first couple episodes we was talking, you know, can Heupel be a top, you know, have a top 5 class, and I mean it's looking better and better
And
every
here we
single
are,
week.
Just year 3. Got a new viewer, Devin Brown, is watching us. I think it's the first time he's joined into the podcast. So hey, Devin.
What's up, Devin?
17 out of 19 of the 2024 commits are 4 or 5 stars, which is refreshing just because there were so many just pure 3 stars. Still a few more on the ropes. Amari Jefferson, 4-star wide receiver, is the next one to watch out for, in my opinion. We talked early on about Amari. He's a Tennessee baseball commit, so it's kind of odd for him to be like choosing between, you know, Tennessee and Alabama. But it's pretty much, I guess it's pretty much a toss-up.
Come on over to the Sea of Orange.
Darnell Wright. Do you think any of these players got 5-star hearts though? Or
I think they all do. I think everybody has 5-star hearts.
I'm gonna take your heart if you don't put that phone on silent to
Chippy, don't
vibrate.
It ain't mine.
That's it. Spanky's a champion of life over
Ain't
there.
me,
I don't
pal. It's
believe
something going. It's the cows outside. Ain't me.
All right. Darnell Wright news. Former Tennessee star last year, offensive tackle. First round, top 10 draft pick with the Chicago Bears. Made headlines recently regarding his workout routine. Just keep in mind he's 330 pounds, but he accidentally trained incorrectly. He did not do the Chicago Bears offensive lineman workout this offseason. He done the wide receiver workout. So it's already been talked about how hard he's been working, but this is crazy. They said he aced the conditioning test. The GM of the Chicago Bears said that Darnell didn't even crack a sweat during the conditioning test.
They built different. Them Vols, baby. We built different. We built different up here down in the dirty South, baby.
It's amazing his size that he can do wide receiver training.
He's an absolute beast.
The Bears coach actually said that his athleticism, work ethic, and his key, it shows.
Yeah, I mean, even look at his 40 time. I mean, he ran like a 5 flat. I mean, he's just a freak athlete. He's going to be good in the NFL. He's going to be great. And
Don't want to be standing on the tracks when that train's coming through.
yeah,
He said that he's been the number one player to practice every week, ready to go every morning. He's always been there, been on time, and he's been the one that's been standing out and just giving everything he's got to be there.
And speaking of the Bears, there's some talk that they're going to take their next step, maybe win double the games they won last year. Justin Fields is even getting some NFL MVP talk. I think that's crazy,
God.
but he's getting some talk on it.
Oh, God.
He
Well,
ain't going to do it unless Darnell Wright shows up.
but he is getting what he needed, though. He's getting some help on the
He is
offensive
getting some help
line.
on the
So,
line.
I mean, I think that is very far-fetched, but
you can still polish a turd, but it's still a turd once you polish it.
That's true.
all right, let's keep the train rolling with our draft picks. Former Tennessee star wide receiver Jalen Hyatt has been making headlines for days. The NFL and college athletes have these GPS. They look like sports bras, but it tracks literally everything: speed, heart rate, oxygen levels, temperature. He's been recorded as the fastest player in NFL history. Tyreek Hill, often referred to as the fastest player in the NFL. The fastest he's been clocked is 23.24 miles per hour. Jalen Hyatt passed that number up at 24 miles an hour. Just insane.
Well,
Crazy.
I've been on here, the past two of the past 3 weeks talking about this because Giants head coach and then Daniel Jones at quarterback. Daniel Jones said he's going to end up being his number one guy. So, this is, I think he's going to do great things in New York.
I think Jalen Hyatt has a chance to be the next Terrell Owens.
Yeah, they're going to use him. They're going to use him in the right ways too. His camp highlights are great. He looks, I mean, just like he did in college.
Just running right by.
Maybe it ain't just the system.
The
Maybe
system,
the
yeah.
system
You know-
prepares you for the NFL. Never know.
You know, Ronnie just said it well in our comments. Coach Josh Heupel develops NFL talent, and that's why we're getting these 4- and 5-star recruits. Is our guys that are moving up to the NFL are starting out already. So, why not come to Tennessee?
I'm not getting any of these in the chat box for some reason, but yeah, just every time you get on Facebook or anything, you see highlights of Jalen Hyatt. But jet sweeps, it seems like they're using his speed. The long ball, of course, but it's definitely not the system. It's not Josh Heupel's fault that he got open. It has everything to do with his speed, and quickness. But in my opinion, we really need Hooker and Hyatt to do well, just to change this narrative that these media outlets and analysts blab about.
Luke Hall made a good point. The Giants' defense is also trash too, so that does help.
You know,
Makes you look good in practice.
I still like the media being down on Tennessee. You know, it gives us just that little bit more of an edge.
Makes you an underdog.
Makes us the underdog.
Everybody
Some more
loves an
motivation.
underdog.
That's right.
That's why everybody loves a spank, and that's why you can see the spank on August the 11th at Cofield. Joe Kazan Promotions presents Heartbeat. Get your tickets now. There are only 50 seats remaining on the floor. You can get plenty of bleacher seats, but there are only 50 remaining on the floor.
You're horrible at giving shout outs about
Yeah.
your takes.
One transition to the next.
Is that like don't even like we're like I ate like
Coach Josh off August 11th at Cofield.
I ate tater tots for lunch today. Oh, and we're wrestling.
Oh my God, he showed some life now. But no, like hell, I got ADD. I can't help it. I'm gonna say it. If I don't say it, I'll forget all about it.
My chat's not working, so I apologize. Hopefully it'll kick in here in a second. But we got some quick Joe Milton news. Our starting quarterback has been named to the Maxwell Award watch list. This award is presented to the best college football player. Since 1937, this award has been given to the best player in college football. The list is big. I mean, there's 85 players on the list, but it's still a great head nod to see him recognized.
There's 200 and some odd teams in Division I college football, so
134.
134. I was thinking basketball. 134 teams in Division I college football, so 134 teams with roughly 80 players apiece. That's nearly 8,000 players, and he's in the top 85. So that's saying something right there.
For sure. Let's see how long he can keep himself on this list. Let's talk about another giveaway that we're going to be doing live. All right, we're going to be giving away some tickets to the season opener in Nashville versus Virginia, September 2nd. We're not giving away nosebleed seats or anything like that. We're talking 4 rows off the field in the end zone. We're giving these tickets away August 19th live on this show. Literally, all you have to do is join the volunteer club to be entered to win. That's it. You can find that link on my Facebook page, my Instagram page, my TikTok page. It's on our commercials. I'll try to post it in the comments here too. But yeah, I mean we're all members here. It's the home for Tennessee fans.
Absolutely.
Home of the fat girl.
And all the money that the volunteer club collects goes straight to the players to help them out. Not just football, but basketball, baseball, all the way around. So be a member of the volunteer club.
Honestly, the volunteer club it's a great deal to be a member of. You can get 4 different tiers, and say you want to go on game day and you want to tailgate, $25. You go tailgate all day long with them.
$5, $25, $50, $100, anything you want to give to the volunteer club, do it today. You people out there want to talk crap about me not being a Tennessee fan, well, won't you put your money where your mouth is? Won't you prove that you are the ultimate volunteer and become a member of the volunteer club today?
Yeah, 92.8% of memberships go directly to the student athletes. A lot of people don't like NIL, but it's here whether you like it or not.
Part of the game now.
If you want to be the best, if you want to compete with Georgia, you want to beat Alabama, year in, year out, then you've got to have a great NIL platform, and this is it. Literally $5 gets you in. I mean, in my opinion, if you truly care about Tennessee athletics and the future, then you've got to join.
And Tennessee has 2 great boosters. They got the volunteer club, which is great. They also had the Lady Vols booster club. So both are excellent. I'm a member of both, so you should be as well.
Yeah, this is the largest NIL group in the country. So, and a lot of people don't realize how much this helps recruiting too, because they can kind of tell whether you like it or not, they can pretty much tell the player, this is what you're estimated going to make. And perks, like Corbin mentioned, tailgates, $5 gets you in, $25, that's going to get you open bar, free food, porta potties, games,
Spur moments music.
Yeah, whatever you need. But they have events. They have meet and greets. You're going to get a shirt, decal, koozie, exclusive video content, watch parties for away games. That's every sport nearly. But you're going to help student athletes. And, I'm just trying to encourage everybody to join, and you might win some really cool tickets in the meantime.
Meet and greets is the cool part about it because
Absolutely.
you can go meet all the stars in Tennessee. I mean, they always have select whoever's going to be there. They haven't had time. You may go see, like last year, we went and saw Zakiya Ziegler, Hendon Hooker, and we was just like, well, you're the big time member. I'm the $25 member, but
that's what I do too, buddy. Yeah, I just do the 25. But I mean, that's whenever you signed up was last year when we went and we had is it Sloan 16 and we had a great time.
oh yeah.
But give us some likes, give us some shares. I'm going to try to get the chat box working. Check out the Volunteer Club. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors. Next, we're going to rank the SEC's best college football atmospheres. Big Orange Concrete Pumping. They can accommodate any residential or commercial concrete project that you may have in mind. They have one of the biggest line pumps in the state. They take a lot of pride in their work, and they're waiting on your phone call today. Their number is 865-371-3367. Whether you're pumping noise and kneeling or pumping concrete, make sure you roll with the Big Orange. That's Big Orange Concrete Pumping, 865-371-3367. All right, and we're back. Next, we've got our first main talking point of the day, presented by
My way.
Big Orange Concrete Pumping.
Man, I got this little chair here.
Let's talk SEC atmospheres. Kind of a combo thing. Stadium, fans, traditions.
Hey, Michael,
the
brother's on now.
the tailgating, just everything. Let's rank them. Let's start with. Still trying to get the chat going. Let's start with number 14. Who you got, Spanky?
I got the most boring.
You're gonna make the audio all jacked up for people on podcasts. Do it right.
I want to start out with the most boring stadium. Can they hear me?
They can hear you.
Okay. We'll start with the most boring stadium in the SEC. It seems like they always got a noon kickoff game.
You have to set up the mic.
It looks cold there. It looks miserable. I'm going with the Missouri Tigers. Nothing excites me about that place.
Corbin, I think we're going to go to the same place. So, you want to do it at the same time?
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Vanderbilt.
Oh, man. I'm going to piss
The
y'all off.
40,000 seat Vanderbilt Stadium is just awful. It's boring. There's nothing there. Is it even going to be ready for the season? I know they're doing some renovations to it. I was just by there 2 weeks ago, and they are nowhere near completed it.
Most of the people shows up to Vanderbilt is road fans anyway, so.
I will say, though, Vanderbilt has a great atmosphere one time every 2 years, and that's when Tennessee comes to town.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
Yeah, I'm going Vanderbilt too. Man, half their home games, 75% of the time, are basically away games for them, unless it's just non-conference or something. Do you feel bad for Vanderbilt at all? Or?
Nope.
I kind of do, honestly, because it's like always, it's never full, and it's an SEC school, and I'm like, daggum, like.
They still get SEC money. You can't feel bad for them.
I know that they may be the oldest, like one of the oldest SEC schools, but it's pitiful.
We got a bunch of comments. I had to actually log on the actual.
Figured out.
No, I had to log on the actual social media platform.
You know, one thing about Commonwealth Stadium, that's not correct. One thing about Vanderbilt Stadium is they do have decent parking and a nice hotel just right behind it.
Very nice parking. I will appreciate that parking.
All right, number 13.
13, even though I like their coach.
You have to get the microphones,
Even
Bank.
though I like their coach and I like their colors, it just seems a little boring to me. I know they got the Grove, but I'm going with the Ole Miss Rebels. Hotty toddy, gosh almighty.
I went with Missouri. Pretty much the same thing Spank said earlier. You know, are they really an SEC team anyway? The stadium, there's very little tailgating that goes on. It's just reminds me of a middle road Big Ten team.
Well, I'm going with Missouri too, and I have been to Missouri Stadium for Tennessee football, and there's very little tailgating. Like you probably wouldn't know there was a game going on that day. But I will say this: the stadium is actually nice. It is a nice stadium.
They got them damn rocks there. I'm surprised their fans ain't like Ernest T. Bass. Always throwing them rocks.
That's great. That's Andy Griffith.
That's throwing them.
Better throwing golf balls.
Yeah.
But I will say this: the rock wall they got there is actually it looks better in person than it does on TV.
13, I've got Missouri too. Similar to Vandy, not a big fan base. The weather seems to always be bad there.
Oh, when I was up there that one time, it was 20 degrees and 2 inches of snow, and I was about to freeze to death.
I bet you drank a beer to warm you up.
Or 7.
Well,
Yeah,
I tried.
alcoholic.
I tried to, but
Who do you have at number 12?
Number 12, I have the hungry Alabama Crimson Tide. I have Bryant Denny Stadium. Honestly, that's like, and I'm not just saying this
we're not
to
ranking
be
stadiums.
negative.
We're ranking atmospheres.
I'm
Atmospheres
getting
and
there, damn
stadiums,
it. I'm getting there. Shut the hell up. You toe the hell up, cop. But Bryant Denny Stadium. Okay, them people up there, they're never used to competitive games because they're blowing people out because all they play is freaking cupcakes up there. So they have no, like, when was the last time you can remember in Bryant Denny Stadium where it was actually a close matchup that they've had more than once? I get they've had LSU before, they've had Georgia a couple years ago, but it's like once a year, or Auburn, it's like once a year. Okay, it's not the same every single week. It's never the same environment. Like, they have to have a special game to get up. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't disagree with spanking. I'll mention that when I get to Alabama in my list. But my number 12 is good old Kentucky. Kroger Field. Need I say more? Kroger Field. You know, name says enough. The stadium's awful. It's so bad they tried to copy our checkerboard and failed. And it's too cold in Lexington.
I do agree with that.
I got number 12 as Kentucky myself, but I will say this. They do give you free groceries when you're at the stadium.
Oh,
Really?
Kroger Field.
Kroger Field. They give you free groceries outside the stadium.
What do you get? Do you get to pick? Do you get a variety? Do you get a deal? Do you get options? You get fruits, vegetables?
There's a really bad Kentucky joke there somewhere.
Like, heck, fire.
They give you toothpaste too.
Yeah. Do they give?
Deodorant.
Do they
See,
give you?
We're going to heal it up now, Spank.
Do they give you a free membership to FarmersOnly.com?
Is that what you own now?
No, I'm on Tinder. I'm on Facebook dating. Whatever you got out.
He's got OnlyFans too.
He's all over the place.
I'm
ladies.
everywhere, man.
Hopefully his woman ain't watching right now.
No.
All right, number 12. I got Ole Miss.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty.
Lane Kiffin has to beg him to show up. He has to ask him not to leave. A lot of Ole Miss fans, but as a whole, they're pretty irrelevant when it comes to home environments. Nobody fears going to Ole Miss to see the Sharks play.
Apparently, they got a nice tailgate, the Grove, but
Yeah.
that's all I've heard.
All right, who you got number 11?
I got War Eagle. I got Auburn Tigers. Same as Alabama. Nothing really excites me there. The only thing that could be exciting is they let that eagle out. Well, what happens? That eagle comes up and snatches your damn hot dog. I'm telling you, if I was at an Auburn game and a damn eagle snatched up my hot dog, I'd be madder than hell.
Leave it up to Spanky to be worried about the hot dog.
Worry about the food.
telling
We're not ranking food in the stadium, Spanky.
But if we did.
Where do you want to go next?
Yeah, I got Arkansas. The past few years they've had trouble filling that stadium. To be honest with you, and I never tune into an Arkansas game enough to even know much about their atmosphere.
Yeah.
They're kind of the backhand of the SEC to me when it comes to watching games.
My buddy invited me to go to an Auburn game with him this year. I might go.
You should go.
You should do it.
I took Mississippi State at number 11. They probably would have gotten better over time with the Pirate, rest his soul, but they're just absolutely nothing in Starkville. And the cowbells go all the time. They just get on my royal nerves, so I can't stand it.
I'm going Kentucky at 11. Good amount of fans, decent fan base, some diehards, but the stadium environment is not very very hostile. Kroger Field is nothing special when it comes to intimidation.
No.
Ain't nothing.
No.
I will tell you who is going to play it. Who is going to be at Kentucky this year? That's the Eastern Kentucky.
EKU.
EKU. They'll be up there. Parker McKinney, baby, he's going to be up there. Thank you, your dad, for being.
Hey,
a sponsor.
you know where Parker McKinney went to school at?
Yes, I do. Cofield, Tennessee.
What
baby.
happens in Cofield on August 11th?
That
Frankie?
is Joe Kazana Promotions presents Heartbeat. You'll see yours truly, the Spank and the Stew crew in action. Everybody come on out. We got 56 remaining. 50.
I couldn't help
All
it.
right, number 10. Who has the best environment?
Well, you just elaborated on them, so I'm just going to take what you have and I'm going to use it to myself. I'm going to go with the University of the Wildcats and the Tigers of Kentucky. Oh, Kroger Field. Get your groceries.
I've got South Carolina. I've been to South Carolina Stadium. It's the tailgating there is hit and miss, honestly. I mean, you got some people tailgating. You got people just sitting in the cars for hours. And then you walk up to the stadium, and honestly, I'd put, like, the stadium looks weird when you walk up to you. Like,
Yeah.
what am I walking into out here? Like, is this an SEC stadium? What am I doing? The crowd, the fan base inside the stadium is, for us, it's lit, but that's us. When I watch them on TV, it just seems like it's just a boring game, like one of those games you put on late at night, like you're watching, like, after everybody gets done playing, you put on a Pac-12 game, because that's all that's left the rest of the night, and you're like, oh, here's the Pac-12, and you got California, everybody sitting in the hands. That's South Carolina for you.
I've got South Carolina at 10 too.
And I took Arkansas at number 10.
Did you?
Pig Sooie. You know, I kind of like to go to a game there, but the stadium in the area does absolutely nothing for me. You know what the best part about going to Arkansas is?
What?
Leaving it.
Leaving it. Yeah, I got South Carolina at 10. Other than a few moments throughout history, are they like continuously loud? You know, like first the game, they get a little crazy, but they just die off pretty quick. I don't know. Usually it dies down fast, and other than their Tennessee win finally, and then Clemson win, they're really not very loud. Number 9.
Number 9, I got the Aggies of Texas A&M. I'm putting them in the top 10 because I do like their midnight cry that they do, and then I love the chants they do. It's very nice. You know, you see the whole crowd moving. I don't know what they call. I'm sorry, you Texans out there. Texas! I'm sorry that I don't understand your traditions and your culture, but I do appreciate whatever you're doing down there.
Number 9.
I got Mississippi State. Like you said, the Cowbells. I couldn't imagine sitting in the stands that long with them many Cowbells. It drives me insane listening to it on TV. I couldn't imagine
Because
that.
you get a headache because you're hungover.
And Luke, this one's for Robin Shelton. I have the University of Florida. at
Oh,
number 9.
I seen him in there somewhere. Sorry.
He's listening, so he's gonna be mad at me. But you know, the swamp itself may be awesome. And Luke, I can't wait to be there in September.
I seen Jordan Ledford on here too. He'll probably have something to say about that.
But there's absolutely no tailgating outside the stadium. And in order to tailgate, you had to go to the basketball arena's parking lot. So that kind of downs the swamp for me just because of the overall atmosphere. But again, can't wait to be there and see the balls roll all over them.
Number 9, I've got Mississippi State. The Cowbells, they are annoying, but they're loud. It's unique. It's obnoxious for the opposing team. Not a huge stadium, but I like Mississippi State. I'm actually pulling for them pretty hard this year after the whole Mike Leach thing. Number 8.
Number 8, I got Pigs, Suey, Razorbacks. I got Arkansas. Look, I'm not even an Arkansas fan, but I think it'd be pretty cool just seeing and watching all them Arkansasians raise their hands up in there. They might, you might want to cover your nose. Who knows? They put deodorant on, but when they raise their hands up, twirl their little fingers and everything, Saturday night special, and go woo, Pig, Suey, Razorbacks. I think it'd be very cool. And I heard they got a live Razorback there too. I do like live animals. I think That's unique. If Florida would get like a live, could you imagine if Florida had a live gator like on the sideline? Could you imagine how scary that'd be?
Evolution, that thing.
Yeah, you trying to play a football game and there's a damn alligator over there. Like heck, fire.
I think it was funny that interview with Charlie Garner. He was talking about the first time he went to LSU, and that was back when they had the tiger on the field. They said Smokey was not letting up on that tiger. He like wanted a piece of it. Yeah, but
that tiger.
whose turn is it on 9 or 8? Sorry.
Mine or Corbin's, either one. Go ahead, Corbin.
I got Georgia. Then again, I've been there before. I will say this: atmosphere ain't bad at Georgia. I will say that. Last year they said it was 128 decibels, whatever it was, and it really wasn't that. Everybody sat in their hands and they were saying, "We got 128 decibels going on out here," and I'm like, "You ain't even doing nothing." But me and Luke was there, and outside the stadium, it was you had tailgates going on pretty good. We took like 1,000 pictures. Every Georgia fan wanted a picture with us.
It took us like 2.5 hours to get from the car to the stadium. I bet we took 200 pictures.
Well, guarantee it.
What'd you
But
take
the-
pictures of?
But the only
People want pictures of me and Corbin.
Really?
Yeah.
Heck, fun, man.
I've never seen a
Women's
real
pet,
fan
me-
before.
Heck, women's pet, men's regret. Let me tell you.
But they're the only SEC school that doesn't allow beer inside the stadium.
Really?
Yeah, that's a big one.
We was just because we was Tennessee fans. We was walking down, I guess, like their version of the Strip, I guess is what it would be called. They had what 5, 6, 7 motorcycle cops out there.
Watching you all.
Yeah.
Oh, they made us throw our beer out, and then they wanted a picture with us.
Made us throw a beer away because it's a PI, and then wanted a picture with us. And while we're doing that and everything's going on,
Georgia fans are like walking around selling beer, like
selling beer, walking
Gotta make money.
walking on the sidewalks of beer, and I'm like, what's going on over here? Targeting fans over here.
I think Corbin read my notes because I also have Georgia at number 8 for pretty much the exact same reason he has. You know, they're between the hedges, as they claim, to hold the loudest decibel in the country, but we all know that number was very, very, very inflated.
yep, that's weird because I've got Georgia at 8 too. So three for Georgia right there at number 8. Good environment sometimes. Listen, Kirby was like begging.
They was letting that game at first. I mean, it was loud.
Oh, it was loud at first, but
loud.
what were they pumping? Sound through the speakers
Sound through
too.
the speakers.
It was but
They were doing that big orange concrete pumping, baby.
yeah, but I mean it was loud, but it didn't hold a candle to Neyland, in my opinion. But I mean Kirby all week was like begging the fan, like please show up, please be loud. Like that's pathetic. You shouldn't have to. You should you don't hear Josh Heupel like last year like. Come on, it's Alabama. Come on, let's scream. Like he don't have to say that.
Third down for what?
But you never really hear much about. I mean, other than the Tennessee game, you don't ever hear like, "Oh, we got to play at Georgia." You know, nobody really fears going to Georgia.
Hell, look at their schedule this coming year.
Cupcake
Yeah.
City. Except for
They
one.
It's cupcake, that's for sure.
They may go 3-9 with that thing.
Who's your 7th best SEC environment?
Well, we were done
Spanky.
talking about them. I'm going to put them down. Glory, glory to old Georgia. UGA, like you said, they're having to pump in crowd noise. And, like, as soon as they go kick off, they'll go, hoof, 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 hoof. I'll shut the hell up. We don't care about your dog before we have to put you down or put you on a leash. Just shut up. Ain't nobody like bulldogs. What are you talking about?
Very expensive to maintain. Who's your number 7, Corbin?
I got Ole Miss, and I kind of went to medium because I've always heard about the tailgate. Never experienced a tailgate before, but I've always heard it's like one of the best tailgates in football. Like watching them on TV, it's like anybody else, I guess, watching on TV. But from what I've heard from tailgate, I'll put them at 7 because they have been. I've saw videos and stuff like that, like jump through tables and stuff. So I'll put them
Who'd
at
you
number
say
7.
that was?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, okay.
I got South Carolina at number
No.
7. I hate that stupid Coptic crows all the time, but you know when the lights go down and Sandstorm comes on, that's a pretty dang cool entrance and effect. I love Sandstorm.
It is cool, yeah.
I usually like the hockey games in Knoxville.
That's kind of what I said too. Is like it's cool for a little bit, but then it just
And you know there's what are you tailgating to at South Carolina? 'Cause what else is there to do in South Carolina?
Right.
Go to the beach. That's about it.
I wouldn't even go to that beach.
No dirty Myrtle.
I'm gonna go Arkansas at 7. Woo Pig Suey, kind of annoying, but it is cool. I mean, it's unique. I like that stuff. You know, it's not the same stuff over and over. They're not copying anybody else. But you have to count in a lot of factors when judging this. So I've got Arkansas just right in the middle. Who's your 6th?
Number 6, I got the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Like old Spurs said, when Sandstorm, it's pretty cool, them waving the flag. Yeah, that thing, whatever they're doing, the helicopters, all that. Nah, I ain't gonna comment. But a bunch of people cheering on the Gamecocks, and they're doing helicopters out there, yeah. But now South Carolina number 6, ain't nothing surprise me. If I was a player and they let that damn chicken out there on the field, I'd be running for my life.
You need to get closer to the mic, Kathy says, Spanky.
Well, I'm in this
Spanky?
short chair. How can I be closer than mine?
He can't figure out how to adjust
We'll fix him.
Hello.
the 3 major adjustments on the.
Hello.
All you gotta do is twist it and bend it down.
All right, Corbin.
Number 6, Corbin.
I've got Florida. It's always sold out. Always sold out. Always rocking. I can't hate on them. Everybody from here on out is going to be like in the good category, just so you know.
Yeah.
So, but Florida, they do bring it for their game day experience. The fans bring it.
I've got Ole Miss at number 6, and we've all mentioned it before. Their stadium itself may not be the best, hotty-totty, but they have the Grove tailgating area that's likely the best in the country, and I'd love to experience that someday. All aboard the Lane train.
I'm going Alabama at number 6. They have their moments. Beautiful stadium, beautiful campus. They fill it up. Cool traditions, but it's kind of selective, when they do it. And they're so used to winning there, they're pretty complacent. You know what I mean? And you look in the stadium, I mean, it's just a lot of old, rich donors more than
What you said verbatim.
more than anything. Number 5. Who's
Is
your
my
toughest
mic on?
stadium?
Can we hear me?
You should
Can
be
you hear me?
good.
Holla if you hear me.
You ain't got to scream.
Okay. What am I on? 5? Number 5. I'm going to go with the. I'm going with the Mississippi State Bulldogs and their cowbells. I love them. If I had a cowbell, I'd that thing right there with it. And I'm telling you, I love the cowbells. People can hate on them, but it's a home field advantage. And when you can make yourself stand out and have that home field advantage, it's always good.
I don't know if they'll even allow them things to be taken in the stadium.
They can only use it on certain plays. Like, apparently, like, they'll have up on the Jumbotron, like, times you can and can't ring the...
Cheer when I tell you. I can't stand that.
Number 5, Corbin. Who you got?
Texas A&M, home of the 12th man, and I want to go to a Texas A&M game. I really do.
Oh, we'll get the opportunity.
Corbin and I talk so much alike, it's not even funny. But
That's what I was thinking too.
Hold on.
we have
kissing
the exact
cousins
same
over
notes,
there.
I think, on some of these
Hold on.
till it comes to the duel.
They have the night before the game, they have a pep rally.
Yeah, it's
inside
the
stadium.
Midnight Cry. I done said that.
I'd love to go to a Texas
Have
A&M.
you seen the one they done on Tennessee the last time they played?
It's pathetic.
It is pitiful. That's a good
now that you
idea.
say that, I do remember
I need
that.
to put that on TikTok
I do
because it
remember that.
is like cringy. Like they try. I don't know. It's
They
bad.
tried,
It's
failed.
bad.
I've got Alabama at number 5, and it's just like you said, Luke. It could be higher, but their fans are so spoiled that they don't give 10,000% like we did against them last year. It is on my bucket list, though, and it should be for any college football fan.
I've got Texas A&M at 5 too. I probably would have put them a little bit higher, but some low moments last year. I mean, you've seen some of them images, man, and
The Fighting Jimbos.
nobody was there. I'd be embarrassed, honestly, with some of them turnouts. But the stadium is super nice. It's like brand new. The 12th man can be cool. They get pretty crazy down there. I've got Texas A&M at number 5.
I don't get the whole 12th man thing. Like, I get it, it's supposed to be there's 11 guys on the field. You got your 12th man. Well, guess what? If you have a 12th man, you're going to get a flag every single time. Ain't that right, Spur? That's how the rule is.
At least they own that moniker.
Number 4.
I have the University of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. I've been there before. I'll go ahead and say this. I've only been to 3 of these stadiums. Only 3 of these I'm going ranking. Don't worry, they're coming up on this list here. But I got Florida. The atmosphere around it, it's very cool, very unique. Everybody doing the Gator Chomp, all that stuff. Yeah, I'll tell you this. It's hot down there. Like, I mean, like, hotter than your mama's oven on a Sunday morning when she's baking the cornbread and biscuits hot. Like, I'm telling you, it's like Shrek and your butthole is arguing for whose swamp it is down there. Like, I'm telling you, it is that hot down there. It's a hot you don't want to experience. But it's miserable, it's muggy, but I'm telling you, it makes for a good home field advantage.
Number 4, Corbin.
Shrek and his butthole. I don't know if I can top that right there. I've got Alabama. I mean, I like the Alabama atmosphere, honestly. They're always rowdy, great. It's just, they're so used to winning, and they know they're going to win, but they still bring it every week.
These next several are the ones I'd love to go see.
Yeah.
Number 4, I got Auburn. War Eagle, and that eagle flying into the stadium has got to be awesome to see. If he stole my hot dog, I'd be okay with it.
No, I'd be mad. I'd be
catching
mad.
an
I'd
eagle.
kill that. Oh, my gosh. Can't
But
kill an eagle. Go to jail.
unlike Tuscaloosa, the Auburn faithful bring it every single week, and that's a stadium that's on my bucket list, no doubt.
I've got Auburn as well at number 4. Great fan base, loyal fan base, cool traditions. The toilet paper at Toomer's Corner
Oh, yeah, I did forget about that.
It's
That's
pretty
pretty
cool. Auburn's a premier environment, in my opinion.
You know, Auburn probably reminds me more of Tennessee than any other SEC team.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I could see that.
The SEC of the West. Well, I don't know. The West ain't a thing.
Who's your 3rd best atmosphere in the SEC, Spanky?
Number 3, my man Garth Brooks said it best. Operator, won't you put me on through? I'm going to send my love down in Baton Rouge. I'm going with the LSU Tigers. Death Valley. Not the one in South Carolina, the purple and gold one. That Death Valley. Man, there's not another place like it. I get it. Tennessee took it over last year. But I'm talking about 8 p.m. Death Valley. Like, their players need to come out to that gong, like the Undertaker's music, because I'm telling you, it would be rocking. They'd be hanging off the rafters in there.
I've got LSU. Death Valley. Everybody says it's like the most like hardcore fan base they are. It may be. I've never been to LSU, so I don't know. If I was to go, it may be a different story. But for now, I got 2 others ranked ahead of them.
Number 3, I got Texas A&M. Just like Corbin said, home of the 12th man. You know, one thing that I love about Texas A&M is their band down there seems to be incredible. And so I took that into consideration. The stadium always seemed to be rocking, except for some games last year, the $90 million Jimbo effect. But I have a feeling they'll be back pretty soon, and it's another stadium I'd just love to visit.
The 3rd best stadium environment in the SEC is Florida. The swamp can be very wild. We're going to figure that out pretty soon.
We're going to fight our way out of there? I hope so.
But Florida fans, I know we've got some in the comments. Y'all are weird, man. You never know about the turnouts. I mean, sometimes it'll be like y'all be like national championship in baseball or something, and have like 20 people there. So you
it
just
seats 90,000 down there.
I think it is 90 or it's close to that.
94,000.
There'll be about
Of course, Spanky
45,000.
Spanky knows the exact number. He knows how many people are allowed on the sideline.
So, like,
What
look,
kind
man,
what kind of toilet paper did they put in the bathrooms?
I don't know. I do know they only have blue and orange Gatorade at the
Oh,
concession
okay.
stand.
They'll probably be down to about 25,000 by the 4th quarter in September.
They have that Aquafina water. They don't got the good stuff right here, Dasani.
All right, the swamp is definitely a top environment in the SEC. Who's number 2?
Number 2. This one's going to get me some heat.
Well, you just lost that belt.
Vandy O'Vandy.
Oh, how do you put
Number 2?
Here's my explanation. You didn't say in the description it had to be a home environment. Vanderbilt is, and I'll go ahead and spoil my number one, and it's
Oh,
August.
you always do this.
But
Just
look,
go-
Vanderbilt. It is the best second home of the Tennessee Volunteers. It's just like you're at Neyland, but you're at someone else's house. Like, heck, what's better, having a party at your house or someone else's house? It's always a good feeling to have it at someone else's house because you can go piss in the yard, you can go do whatever you want, and there's no consequences.
That's once every 2 years.
But still, that once every 2 years, it's a good feeling.
So he's giving our second home in Tennessee the number 2 spot.
Am I wrong? Like, come on now.
Yeah, you are wrong.
Am
but
I wrong?
I get your point, I guess.
Look, I have the abstract mind. I'm sorry that I am a better human being.
Number
They
2,
do have
Corbin, who
Broadway.
you got?
You have Broadway down there.
Broadway, yeah.
You know, it's just,
I've got Auburn.
Auburn at 2.
The Flying Eagle that they do in the pregame. Can't cuss on Facebook, but bad A. And
yeah.
that's just awesome. Plus, the tailgating at Auburn, I will say, is just phenomenal. One top tier tailgating places they are in college football is Auburn.
Don't get mad. Don't kill your trees.
God.
Number 2, I got LSU. Death Valley became Rocky Top last year, though. But if it's not on everyone's list to go see at least one time, it should be. Their drunken fans are just hammered before they ever get inside the stadium, and it's a sea of purple and gold. And Luke, was you down there for it?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm so jealous of you. 'Cause
Sure was.
I've got to get down to Death Valley.
Yeah, it was fun, man. I mean, there was quite a few fans talking to us, very nicely. But for the most part, everybody was super nice down there. But the people to the right of us, it was pretty funny that that dude at halftime said, "I don't even drink, but I'm going to get me some beer."
Heck yeah.
But
That should be on a shirt.
all right, you gonna drink a beer, Spanky?
No.
Number 2, I've got LSU. Fan base is right up there with the best. Awesome traditions. It's loud. It's crazy. LSU at night is on another level, but all games can't be played at night. So, I mean, Tennessee made Death Valley look really, really bad. But yeah, I've got the Tigers at number 2. We've all got the same for number 1. It looks
Like
like
heck fire. Helen Keller could have told us this one.
we've all got Neyland Stadium at number 1. I guess we'll just go around. Why do you have Neyland Stadium at number 1?
I'll go ahead and I'll give y'all the facts, okay? And look, go ahead and comment, say what you want, because I don't care, because you're just jealous. You could be like me. But I used to not be a Tennessee fan, and I even said it. I went to the place where I was a fan of, and I even still said then that there is nothing like Neyland Stadium. It's not only, it starts early in the morning. You wake up and that feeling you get in your stomach that you are going to Neyland Stadium. It starts there. Then you get there, and then you got the Vol Walk. You hear the pride of the Southland marching band. You see them players walk down that road with a big old T on it. And then you get inside the stadium, and then you get in line. You get you a good old hot dog, get a Dasani water, and then you hear that band come right back out there, and then you see them form that big old T, and you hear, and here come the Volunteers, and they run through the T, and then the pageantry and the pandemonium. It's just electric, especially when they checkerboard the damn thing. Oh my God, and they love it.
Thought it was John Ward there for a second.
John Ward, you.
Who you have? What's your reasoning?
Well, the Vol Navy, you got them.
I've never been.
And
It's great. You got to do the Vol Navy.
I'd like to.
but also, I mean, Tennessee. I've been a season ticket holder for years. I hate to know how much money I've spent in Neyland Stadium to go to games in my lifetime. To be honest with
Yeah, like to have it back in a way.
you. Yeah, but I always stood
Build a
there.
house.
The living's
We
high.
could be winning 4 games a year, and I would still be in that stadium. But at the end of the day, you know how the orange, you know how they got the orange that follows the LED board around the stadium, connecting the stadium. Well, that's the Tennessee fans inside the stadium, honestly, because everybody you beside nothing but Tennessee fans, and everybody's rowdy and everybody's ready to go. Like let's win this game, let's get rowdy, and the place gets louder than heck. And then, like I said, with that going around the board. That's the fans coming together, because I can look over to somebody I don't even know and just be like, Hey man, you want to drink a beer? Yeah, let's drink a beer. Drink a beer. I'll buy one. He'll buy one, and all of a sudden, it's just a whole section of people just like all of a sudden fans inside the stadium because we're the most friendliest fan base, regardless of what people says. We are the most friendliest fan base in college football.
Now we like to win, and we're going to talk our trash.
We're going to talk
But
trash,
we're going to shake the hand of the opposing fans every single time.
I don't know where the hand's been.
Why are you watching Chris Paul over there?
No, we
But
got an
just-
ESPN breaking news right here.
Just
We'll
like
talk
Corbin
about it in a
said, just
minute.
like Spank said, the best in the world, hands down. It's not even close. I don't think there's an NFL stadium can touch Neyland Stadium.
I
From the
agree.
Vol Navy, the Vol Walk, the Pride of Southland, everything, when that spooky Rocky Top played last year
Oh, my
before
goodness.
Kentucky,
The Kentucky
oh, my
game,
God.
yeah, that was
chills. Some people that's in this room may or may not have snuck into Neyland Stadium this past weekend, and just walking into that place even empty, I got chills.
Oh, every time you walk in,
Every
it's just
time
like
you walk into Neyland Stadium, it never gets old.
whenever they interviewed me that time and you went on the field, it was just so weird just being out there. Nothing else in there.
I mean, after the Kentucky game last season, walking out of there, I almost had tears because I knew that it'd be 8 or 9 months before I could be back in there again, and I can't wait till September the 9th, and we even play Austin Peay just to be back inside.
it makes
Neyland
you
Stadium.
it makes you not want to like miss homecoming. Nothing. I mean, but,
I mean, Nashville's cool. It's cool. That,
Yeah.
I would say this about the Nashville game. It is cool that we're getting a home field, not a home field, but a neutral site game to start the season. That's cool.
That's a home field.
I'm going to say something about it too when you're done, Corbin.
But for the people that's mad that it's 12 o'clock on ABC, I don't like it either. But at the end of the day, they're choosing us to start off the college football season on prime time
right.
television.
ABC.
If you're on channel 6, 8, 10, or 43, that's ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox. They just don't put random games in them channels throughout the day. They put who they trust is going to get the fan. It's got the fan base, who's going to get the viewership. They know we're going to bring it, and it shows a lot of confidence in this University of Tennessee that we have going right now.
I got to say, I'm a little disappointed with the Nashville game right now, simply because I went on Ticketmaster just this week. There's still nearly 20,000 seats available for that game.
Oh, really?
Come on, people. Buy those tickets to come see the University of Tennessee Vols.
Probably because they're so high right now.
They
too.
are high. Yes, they are high.
They're high.
And there's no tickets available like you've got to give away, Luke. But some of the upper level tickets are still available. Get online, get on to Ticketmaster, and buy them now. It may be your only chance to see the Vols all year.
The tickets Luke's giving away coming up in the show.
Well, I'm not giving them away today.
Well, not
but-
today.
Calm down, Katie, by the door.
Not today, but a couple weeks from now. Them seats is ungodly online.
I couldn't
Dang.
believe it.
I just posted the link to the giveaway, by the way, that Corbin's talking about. We're giving away 2 tickets, row 4 in the end zone for the season opener. All you got to do is join the volunteer club, and then we're going to do a drawing on August 19th.
I know we're probably about to go to a commercial break, but beforehand, there's actually some breaking news that just came up here on the ESPN app. I'll go ahead and read it for you. That's what we do here at the Vols Deep. We give groundbreaking breaking news here. Florida State would consider leaving the ACC due to revenue distribution.
There's gonna be a lot of them type changes.
That's going to be huge for college football.
This may be a topic for another discussion, maybe to do or
Yeah.
something.
The Pac-12 had 4 today, and the Big Ten had 4 today. One was Ohio State and Michigan. And
At what point is the SEC too big?
Yeah,
Because we're getting there very quickly.
that's definitely a good talking point we can get into eventually. But yeah, I think it's gonna come down. There's gonna be like 3, just
I think there's going to be 4
yeah,
conferences.
3, 4, yeah.
Everybody's seeing that SEC money, and they want their piece of the pie.
Let us know in the comments what you think. My restream thing's not working, so I have to go site to site to site to see the comments. But hit us with them, give us shares. We'll respond to as many as we can. We have giveaways coming your way. We have our second main talking point: Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other. Start bench cut. We have the duel. We'll be right back. Stick with us. Maxed Out Gym is hands down the best gym in East Tennessee. Located in Oak Ridge, locally owned and operated by Ryan Carson. Listen, This gym is not your normal big chain gym. 24/7 access, child care, nutrition plans, private training rooms, and their personal trainers are truly first class. We're not talking about John Doe across the street who spent a few hours taking an online course and then printed his certificate. They offer the best classes in the area and even host big-time powerlifting competitions. For my power lifters, you have to experience the back room. There's no words to describe it, you just have to experience it. That's Maxed Out Gym. If you're having second thoughts about changing gyms, canceling that membership, going through the hassle, I know you've seen the picture of me and Coach Heupel together when I got to show him his face on my leg. Have you seen the thunder thighs on the Vol Daddy? You don't get thighs like that by not going to Maxed Out Gym. It's time to throw away the Gold membership, throw away the Planet Fitness membership, throw away the National Fitness membership, and it's time to join Maxed Out Gym. Check them out on Facebook right now. Are you looking for a place to tailgate this season? Look no further than the Volunteer Club. Free food, free drinks, free games, and an open bar. Yes, I said open bar. Also, you're going to get things like watch parties, shirts, decals, koozies, exclusive video content, special events, meet and greets, etc. You absolutely cannot beat the Volunteer Club. For as little as $5, you can join today. Click on my QR code, screenshot my QR code, or message me for a direct link and come tailgate with the best of the best. Go Vols. All right, and we're back. Next, we've got Start, Bench, Cut, presented by Maxed Out Gym. We're going to give a topic. We've got to rank them. Start would be your first. Bench would be like the mid one, and then Cut is the last in the discussion. So we're going to do 5 of these. Start, Bench, Cut. Which game will be the best game of the year? Ohio State at Michigan, LSU at Alabama, Georgia at Tennessee.
Okay, this one's not going to be a shocker to anybody, but start Georgia, Tennessee. More than likely, it's going to be a CBS kickoff game. It's going to be that 3:30.
CBS don't have SEC rights anymore.
What do you mean? I thought that ended next year.
Pay attention, Spank.
No, they got it this year, don't they?
No, the Big Ten has it.
No,
I don't know. Just stay on point. Let's go.
They have it this year. It's next year, okay? Whatever.
No, it's not.
But whatever. Tennessee and Georgia started, okay? It's probably going to be a top 3 matchup, in my opinion, and it's going to be old daddy, Katie bar the door. Number 2, LSU, Alabama. Alabama's going to want some revenge from last season. Let's see if Coach Kelly and the Tigers can get it done. Number 3, which is also the cut, Ohio State, Michigan. I get it. It's a big rivalry. But to me, I don't care because I'd rather see both teams lose.
I'm going to start Tennessee, Georgia. I don't think Georgia's going to be as good this year as what everybody thinks they're going to be, which they've lost.
I hope you're right.
They got all that stuff going on down in Georgia at the moment, and the smart people that follow sports know what we're talking about. But it's gonna be the whole day is gonna be built up like Alabama, like that day at Alabama last year. It's gonna be built up just like that, and they're walking into Neyland Stadium. And then bench, Ohio State, Michigan. I love Ohio State, Michigan rivalry. Last year, it was one of the best games they've ever had in the history of the rivalry. And both teams at the top of college football right now. And I can't hate on it. It's going to be intense. I know it's Big Ten, but you can't hate on it. It's going to be sold out. And it's going to be a close game. And then Alabama and LSU, cut it. We'll just see. We'll just see how that one goes this year.
It's hard to cut a game like that, isn't it?
It is hard to cut it, but
that's the right order. You start Tennessee, Georgia. Neyland's going to be rocking yet again. You bench Ohio State at Michigan, the big house with Ohio State coming in. That might as well just be a playoff game by itself. And you cut LSU and Alabama. Don't disrespect either one of those, but I don't see LSU being in as good as it was last year, this year. So we'll see.
I agree. I'm going to start Georgia at Tennessee. It's going to determine the SEC East championship and probably a playoff berth. SEC is the best conference, so that's a big factor for me. I'm going to bench Ohio State, Michigan. Whoever wins this is going to the playoffs, more than likely. So that's a huge game. Had both last year under circumstances of, other teams losing. And I'm going to cut LSU Bama. It's going to be great. I think the West is going to be wild. I think there's going to be a lot of upsets and chaos in the SEC West.
I'll say this: Ohio State, Michigan. Ain't it crazy that they're not the same division in the Big Ten?
Yeah, it's
Like they don't have to compete for a Big Ten championship together, and this is the deciding factor in the regular season.
I like it too how late it is in the season too.
Yeah,
I wish, but right now obviously Florida and that's not. But back in the day, I wish we always played Florida later. I mean, that would have meant so much more.
Hey, that one year, I went to that one game. Remember, was it the COVID year when it got moved to 2020, or in 2020 got moved to December because they did the 10-game conference thing? I remember I was at that game.
That was COVID year.
It was cold, I'll tell you that. But everybody, look, the spank is right. The current SEC on CBS deal does expire in the year 2023. So
Pat him on the back, Corbin.
that's right.
Give him a trophy.
Pat
So
me
has it already expired?
I don't know
it's going to after the season.
All right, Metallica lead singer James Hetfield's birthday is tomorrow. Rank these Metallica songs: Nothing Else Matters, Enter Sandman, or One.
Exit light. Enter night. Take my hand. Off to Never Neverland. Start Enter Sandman. If that song doesn't get you fired up, your wood is wet. But on the bench, Nothing Else Matters. Very beautiful song. It's on everybody's workout playlist. And then cut, hate to do it, but One, like I've always said, I don't want to cut it, but that's the gimmick that's here, pal.
What do you got, Corbin?
I've got Enter Sandman. I'll ask you guys a question, see if y'all know who it is. What college football team comes
Virginia
out?
Tech.
Virginia Tech.
I would like to go to that stadium just to see it.
That's the only thing they do.
That's it.
Then it's over.
Very cool.
After that,
It is
you
cool.
can go home.
It is cool, but it's over
You
after
can go
that.
home. After that.
After that, Nothing Else Matters, and then the One.
I'm going to change it up a little bit. Every time I hear Nothing Else Matters, it sticks in my head. And so I'm going to start Nothing Else Matters. I'm going to bench Enter Sandman, and only because it's overplayed and I've heard it 10 million times. And as a hockey DJ, I play it a lot.
I would imagine you
and then I'm
do.
going to cut One just simply because out of the three, it's the one that is not the one.
Yeah, I've got pretty much the same. I'm gonna start Nothing Else Matters. Awesome song. I'm gonna bench Enter Sandman. As a kid and stuff, Enter Sandman was awesome. But like you said, it just kind of gets old after a while. I'm gonna cut One. Great song as well. Hard to narrow it down. Question 3: which week 1, or would it be 0? Week 0.
I think 0.
Game are you excited
Touchdown
about?
these games are going to have on it.
Which one are you excited about the most? Navy at Notre Dame, Hawaii at Vanderbilt, UTEP at Jacksonville State.
Can we consider this football? I guess. But I'll do it. I'll
Shoot,
play
if you
nice.
love the sport, it's football. I'm
Look,
fired up.
I'll play along. But Notre Dame, Navy, you got the two historical programs. That should always be one you always got to sit down and watch. Hawaii at Vanderbilt. I'm curious how many people from Hawaii come to Nashville. That could be a mix of culture right there. You got the damn Nashvigians, whatever they want to be called, and the Hawaiians. My Lord, we're gonna have to. That sounds like a cocktail drink or
Can we
something.
do a Lou Allen Broadway?
Yeah, I
That
bet
would be
Jimmy
cool.
Buffett will be there. I bet you money Jimmy Buffett will be at that game.
No, they won't.
Then UTEP and Jackson State, cut it. Just cut it.
Jackson State, that's Jacksonville State. Jackson State's a different
Or
university.
Jacksonville State. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on tonight.
Luke knows who I'm starting.
We all know who you're starting.
You starting UTEP, the Miners?
Yeah. Gavin Harrison, I'm telling you right now, UTEP is going to go out this year and they're going to make a bowl game. And they're going to win the first bowl game they've had since like 1965. UTEP, listen to me, UTEP's going to do it. Now, bench, Hawaii at Vanderbilt. You got two mid teams. Hawaii's always a sleeper team anyways. Like, Hawaii always does such good things. Remember we was going up, like, 2008-ish.
Yeah.
Hawaii was so dang good. And then they have a couple years off and they get good again. So Hawaii this year, I think it's their time to get good again. They're going to go over there and whoop up on old Vanderbilt, at Vanderbilt. And then you got to cut. Notre Dame, come on. I hate Notre Dame. So.
Well, I'm going to start Vanderbilt in Hawaii simply because Vanderbilt's the only team on this list that Tennessee plays, even though I don't think they're going to give Tennessee much of a game. I'll watch it simply because of that. I'm going to bench Navy at Notre Dame just because it is Notre Dame and they have some name recognition. And I'll cut UTEP at Jacksonville State. Out of the three, that's probably the one I'll least likely watch.
I'm gonna start Navy at Notre Dame. I want to see Navy give them all they can handle. I would love, Corbin. I know you would like to see an upset there.
Oh, Notre Dame and Navy?
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
That-
You know, they got Notre Dame ranked to be one of the teams in the playoffs again this year. Like
They always do. It's the
They always do.
bias.
It's ESPN, it's college football, it's everything. Notre Dame's the best ever, and they play Navy and the University of Akron. And
I'd like to say something right now,
Find 'em
but
on
I know I
NBC.
better not.
I'm gonna
Pick up
bench
now. Pick
Hawaii
up, yeah.
at Vanderbilt.
Got
Hard to
5
judge, but anxious to see what Vandy looks like. Kind of honestly, their coach, man, he acts like that they're about to win the SEC. I'm gonna cut. Sorry, Corbin. I'm gonna cut your Miners from UTEP at Jacksonville State.
when they win 8 games this year.
Dear God.
I'm gonna.
I have family in El Paso.
I'll watch it. I'll watch
go.
it. I mean,
I'd love to go to UTEP.
any college football that's on, I'll try to watch it. All right, start bench cut. These French fries, straight / shoestring fries, waffle fries, or curly fries.
We all know that I'm going to be very passionate and vocal about this subject.
Anything with food.
Let me raise up my seat.
Brace yourself, listeners.
But I'm going to start the straight and the shoestring fry. You cannot beat a nice yellow, crisp, and where the ends are a little bit brown, not a whole lot, fry with seasoned salt on it. There is nothing more delicate than that. I'm telling you, some of the best fries ever. When they do it right, it's McDonald's. You got Steak and Shake had some of the best fries ever. And now Freddy's, they have wonderful fries. The French fry is a delicacy.
We're not
but
talking restaurants. We're just talking
I'm talking about the fries right now. But the French fries are very important because, look, if they are bad, they're very bad. You might as well throw them away. You just get them because it's on the 4 for $5 deal. But I'm going with that one. On the bench, curly fries. They don't taste like your normal French fry. They got a little bit of seasoning to it. They got a little bit of kick to it. They got that little kick. They kick the field goal unit up in your mouth and let that ball just swing. And sometimes they're a mess. You got to pull them apart and all that. But very good. Arby's got the best ones. Then waffle fries. Chick-fil-A, thank you for everything you've ever done for me. God bless you. But the reason I'm cutting the curly fry or the waffle fry is because that one piece, and we all know what I'm talking about. The big old fat one that's got too much on it, just throw it away. I'm sorry, Chick-fil-A. I will always love you.
Oh, you went on and on about French fries.
Corbin.
That's the most passionate thing he's had all night.
Yeah.
Start the straight fries. I mean, I love straight fries, especially if you cook them right. We ain't talking. McDonald's is great and all, but we're talking about like you go to the store and you buy them out. You buy them, save a little over there. Or you go over there to them Food City and you buy them things. You cook them just right. The straight fries, crispy, dadgum. You can't beat it. You got to bench. You got to bench curly fries. I love curly fries. Can't beat curly fries,
You really can't.
especially the ones that sell at Walmart. The Arby's kind. Them some dang good things.
Put them things in an air fryer, put some fry seasoning on. Oh my God, send you heaven and back.
Air fryer. You put them things. You deep fry them things.
Well, not a lot of people have a deep fryer. Air fryer works good.
And then waffle fries, you cut them. You said Chick-fil-A. I'll be honest. I've only been Chick-fil-A a handful of times in my life.
You gotta be kidding me! Sweet peaches and cream.
The only times
Well,
I've
now
been,
he's excited.
The only time I've been to Chick-fil-A was 2 times at a NASCAR race.
You're going to hell.
and like 3 and like
You're going to hell.
and like 3 times with you. And I asked you the other day, well, you said, well, you want to eat at? And I said, we can go Chick-fil-A.
It was Sunday.
And it was Sunday, and he's like, they're closed. And I was like, well, this is why I go to the Golden Arches. at
Oh my
McDonald's.
God! You gotta be kidding. You're going to hell for that one.
All right. You start curly fries because nothing was mentioned about seasoning on these. And out of these 3, curly fries is the only one that's got seasoning. Start curly fries. You bench the waffle fries because you actually get some potato in them.
Oh, my
And you
God.
cut the shoestring French fries.
Oh
'cause
no!
It's just grease.
No.
Especially after about 10 minutes when they go soggy and cold and wet.
Well, that's why you gotta eat them
Nothing's-
first.
Nothing's worse than a old shoestring French fry.
Oh,
I'm gonna start the shoestring
that's
straight
right.
fries. Simple, it's great. I'm gonna bench curly fries. I'm kind of picky about curly fries, but if they're done right, they're great. Waffle fries. The only waffle fries I like are from Chick-fil-A, so I'm gonna have to cut them.
Is there any other waffle fry?
That's what I'm trying.
Frozen.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Last one. Fast and the Furious Hobbs and Shaw was released on this day. Start, bench, cut these Fast and Furious movies. Fast 5, the original, the OG, or Tokyo Drift.
I'm gonna get some heat for this one, but I know everybody likes Fast and Furious movies because of the racing and everything. See me, I don't know. I like the action and the adventure. Okay, I know we can get into the meme of because of family. Because of family, I died by getting shot in the head because of family. We ain't gonna get that far into it. I'm gonna go with the best fast movie ever, Fast and Furious 5. That was the movie that sent the franchise into where it is now, to the heights where it is now. The other movies were great and everything, but this one sent it over the moon. Number 2, bench. You got to do the original. You got to start somewhere. Fast and Furious number 1. Then cut Tokyo Drift. I'm sorry, but is it really Fast and Furious without Vin Diesel? That's all I'm going to say.
You got to start Tokyo Drift. For me, anyways, I love Tokyo Drift. That's the best Fast and Furious movie ever made. That's and there's not very many Fast and Furious good movies anymore. I'll be honest. I don't like the new action-packed stuff going on with it. Like it's so unrealistic. Like I like this is like Tokyo Drift. That is real life in Japan. Okay, that is real life there.
I'd be terrified to go.
Now, this one was hard. I benched Fast 5 just because of Paul Walker. It's so sad, you know.
Hey, what do you mean? He didn't die in that one, bro. That was Fast 7.
That was Fast 7?
Yeah, that was 7.
Oh, that's so much I watch.
5 was when the
How many
Rock
of these
came
daggone
out.
movies are there now?
There are 9 of them.
Too many.
No, there are 10 now. 10.
I thought he
watched
died.
those.
I thought he died in Fast 5.
No, 7.
So
Oh,
cutting
7.
So you're cutting the original then.
No, I'll start the original then. I mean, not
Good
start
point,
it, but
Justin
I'll bench
Morrison.
it.
It ain't
I
without
mean,
Paul Walker either. Got that
I
right.
thought you had the Paul
Yeah, that's a
Walker
good
one in
point.
there.
Luke, I'll just be honest with you. I'm a sports guy. I'm not the biggest movie buff in here, so I will just go ahead and start what I know, and that's the original. I'll bench Fast 5. It's probably the other one I've seen, and I've never even seen Tokyo Drift, so I'll cut it.
So I quit watching after Paul. The last one
I didn't even know how many there was.
the last one I watched was when Paul Walker died, and I guess that's Fast 7.
Which
That's
one's a
Fast
Rock
7.
in?
He's in Fast 5, 6, 7, 8, and took a break. Sorry for the spoilers. He was at the end credit scene of 10.
Cut them all.
But
Oh my God!
anymore, like what gets me is I'm not gonna go watch it because you got a cord jumping out of an airplane with that parachute on it, and they're grabbing hands in midair and they're jumping cores through the air through these crazy things. Like
It's as bad as the Transformer movies.
It's cool.
it's like for me, my favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park, 1993, and because
Ain't nothing real about the dinosaur.
it was original, it was a good story. The 2001 one went right with it, but after that, when they made these new ones, it's so unrealistic. I don't care if it's too out there. I don't like it. Everybody else may. That's up to you.
It's too out
But-
there, and he says something about Jurassic Park with dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the original. As a kid, I loved it. Tokyo Drift. I'm gonna bench that.
Oh my god.
Also, as a I don't know, just as a kid, I liked it.
Nostalgia.
And I'm gonna cut Fast Five. Deal with it, Spunky.
God.
We can all agree they're probably making too many of these things, though.
No, man, I love it.
That was Start Bench Cut, a very fun segment presented by our friend Ryan Carson at Maxed Out Gym. We'll be right back with our second main talking point. Please stick with us. Don't want to miss the giveaway we've got coming up next. Share it out. Smash that like button for us. We'll be right back. Trident Hydro Clean, your exterior home cleaning professionals, house, roof, driveway, concrete, gutters, and much more. Trident Hydro Clean, 865-363-8815. They've been in business for 5 years, and they have a 5-star Google rating and a 5-star Facebook rating. Call Jacob today. Give your house, driveway, and or patio the care it deserves. 100% satisfaction guarantee. See the difference between a professional and amateur cleaning. That's 865-363-8815.
Megan's Cleaning Services is here to meet all of your home cleaning needs, from a basic clean to a deep clean, from a one-time clean to a bi-weekly clean. Megan's Cleaning Service is here for you. We provide residential, commercial, and rental cleanings for the best prices. Serving Knox, Anderson, Scott, Roane, and Morgan counties. Give me a like on my Facebook page. My phone number is 423-539-7266. Again, that's Megan's Cleaning Services at 423-539-7266. Thank you.
All right, and we're back. Next, we've got our second main talking point of the day, presented by Trident Hydro Clean. Thank you, Jake Haney, for sponsoring this segment. Last week, we done some questions, just random questions, kind of floating around, and let's just jump right into some more of these top questions. First question. Some way too early bowl projections have been released. Most projections have us going to the Citrus Bowl, playing either Wisconsin or Penn State. Do you like this projection, or do you like these matchups?
I do and I don't. It gives us motivation to get there, but it's not a New Year's Six bowl projection.
No, of course not. It's a step down from last year, and I'm not accepting a step down from last year. You know, Citrus Bowl would be a cool environment. I'd like to go to Orlando. I could ride the Velocicoaster again, and Penn State would be a cool matchup, but I want bigger.
When I think of Penn State and like a Big Ten matchup, I think of the time we played the Outback Bowl against Penn State twice in a row. 2007, 2008. Somebody out there in the comments may be able to correct me on that. It may have been 08, 09, but
You know, they got us in the Citrus Bowl. We're already looking at 9-3, 8-4. That's I hope we're better than that come January.
I got the Sugar Bowl. Because the Sugar Bowl for SEC teams, that's one of the best bowl games you can get to, really. And then I got them, you know what? I saw the talk. And I think we're going to give them a little bit of a kick in the butt before they come to the SEC. I'm predicting Sugar Bowl. It's going to be the University of Tennessee versus the University of Texas. Texas, you know what you say? The eyes of Texas are upon you. Well, guess what? The eyes of General Neyland are upon your ass, son.
I mean, it is a New Year's Six bowl, so that's positive. We don't. I don't want to fall out of the New Year's Six bowl category after last year. I don't hate the matchups. I really don't. I really like the Penn State matchup over Wisconsin. But ever since Spurrier made the comments about the Citrus Bowl, it just
Yeah,
leaves
you don't-
a nasty,
Tentsville Citrus
exactly.
ain't
a
UT.
nasty feeling. So I just hate everything to do with the Citrus Bowl. But like you said, I feel like this has, this would be like a 9-3-ish season. I think Tennessee is going to be better than that. So we'll see. Question 2, with all this recruitment hype for the 2024 class, when do you think Josh Heupel goes to Atlanta for the first time?
This year.
And do you think that like not going to Atlanta in order to make the playoffs? I mean, that's as bad as it. That sounds bad to me. It sounds pretty chicken.
But we could have done it last year.
Yeah, the ultimate
Yeah.
goal is a national championship. So if we go 10-1 and lose to Georgia and don't go to the SEC championship game but still make the playoffs, I'm perfectly happy with that.
I'd be happy with it too, but like you said, it's like kissing your sister. It's like my opinion, I'm happy they're going to get to it next year, but I think in order to make it to the playoffs, you should win your conference. Make the conference games mean something, because if you can't win your conference, why should you win the national?
Well, that's about to change
Thank God.
Quickly.
very soon. But you all, I mean, when do you think Heupel's in Atlanta?
As far as, we all hope he goes this season. It's still a little bit of a long shot. But realistically, I give him 2 more seasons. By 2025, we need to be there.
I'm going to say, like this season, I mean, we're still, I know everybody hates to hear it, but we're still in a rebuilding phase. We're still getting recruits.
Yep.
Like we just got rid of pretty much Pruitt's guys. So, but I'm going to say, I hope we get that this year. We have the potential to get that this year
Absolutely.
with Joe Milton, Boo McCoy, and everybody. The running back game this year is strong. The defensive line's looking way better this year. Defense in general is looking like one of the best defenses we can have in Tennessee in a long time. So it just college football is a week-to-week basis. Like any team can go out there one week and just lose something, and I don't know. I feel like we could have an upset this year, just like last year in South Carolina, like beat us somehow, some BS way. But we'll see. I'm going to say next year's our projection to get there, but I am hoping and praying that this is the year that we get to the SEC championship.
Yeah, I think I'm like you. I think we can go any moment. Honestly, unfortunately, we have to beat the best team, in college football, and they're in our division, so that hurts. That hurts us a lot, as far as chances. But I'm thinking 2025 is the year that Tennessee can say, "Hey, we're, look at our depth. We are, we're even with everybody else now." So I think 2025. I'm not saying it can't happen before then, but I think as far as like a good chance, I think 2025 is the year for me. Which game on the 2023 schedule scares you the most?
I want to keep some consistency. I'm going to say Missouri. Like I said, just where it's placed. I get it. Everybody can say what they want, but that's just my opinion. Where it's placed, week 4 Georgia, that one kind of scares me the most.
I will say this: they got Missouri this year pretty high up, and I don't know why, but I will say for me, it's Texas San Antonio.
That's mine as well.
Because listen here, they've only been a team for like, I don't even know, 2011, 2012, something like that, when they had their first season of college football, and went to Division I very quickly. But they're a very good, well-built program, and they always compete against teams like, they always face an SEC team every year, and a couple other big teams, and they always compete or win. They're a very dangerous team.
And let's face it, that's my pick as well, Texas San Antonio. coming to Neyland Stadium, that is their national championship game. It won't get any bigger for them. And it's kind of a trap game because it's right after Florida and right before South Carolina. So it's in that week where we play a non-conference supposed mid-major, but they're a very dangerous team. They got a high-powered offense, and I'll be honest, that game scares me some. Don't want it to ruin our season.
Yeah, that's what scares me because they've went so many times to like Auburn or whoever, and just about beat the brakes off Auburn. I'm like, Texas San Antonio over here they're pretty legit.
We are agreeing way too much today, Corbin. This is scary.
Way too much.
yeah,
We'll see what the
it's a little
duel
weird.
does. I do agree. UTSA for me is a trap game. It don't really scare me, but I mean they're in the back of my mind a little bit. My game that scares me the most is Florida. I know they're down, but Tennessee has to get over this hurdle. I'm confident we should definitely handle them easily, but in my opinion, this game, I mean, it either makes or breaks the season for a lot of fans, and I don't think the coaching staff is going to let it make or break regardless. But for fans and voters and all the bad juju that comes along with this, I think we have to beat Florida in the swamp for the first time in 20 years. And it scares me. It scares because I mean you could put Vanderbilt and Tennessee or Florida uniforms and they would play us tough. Tennessee linebacker Aaron Beasley did not make any major preseason All-SEC teams. Even though he had more tackles and interceptions than all the players listed in front of him in 2022, what kind of year do you think we see from Aaron Beasley?
I think an All-SEC season. Heck, could be an All-American season. Heck, could be an All-American season. Like, I think the sky's the limit for him.
He's aggressive. He defends big-time plays. I think he's going to have a great season, honestly. He's going to prove them wrong.
Listen, he may not have been on any preseason All-SEC team, but he'll be on the postseason All-SEC team. You can bank on that.
I agree. Potentially, I think he's got he could be the best linebacker in the SEC. His growth since 2021 is insane. I'm gonna be honest. I was hard on him, man. Heupel's first year. I mean, I couldn't stand him, and he's grew so much. He's a leader. This is his defense, and I think he makes an even bigger stride than he did last year. I think he's going to be a high pick in the NFL draft. As a fan, which win would mean most to you? A win at Florida for the first time since 2003. A win at Alabama for the first time since 2003. Or a win versus Georgia for the first time since 2016.
I'd say Georgia. They're the number one. They're the man. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
This is simple for me, and I might be being completely selfish, but it's a win at Florida because we're going to be there. But a win at Georgia would be massive. However, that win would not mean as much since we've already lost to Florida and Alabama by the time that game comes around. So I'm going to say Florida first.
Going with Florida.
I'm going to say Florida first just because we ended Alabama and Georgia streaks both. I know Georgia was a few years ago, but still, Florida, we got to end that streak. Honestly, that's a long time.
Yeah. I mean, Alabama's 20 years too. It's crazy.
Think about Alabama though, like.
Alabama's in the West.
Well, we got to back up for
Yeah.
what we done last year with Alabama.
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing to back up with Florida. It's just every year Florida's beat us, and it'd be so nice to have a win in Gainesville. Be honest with you, just because we've been so close so many times, but we've never got it.
We've given them a couple, and that scares me.
Yeah, I don't think there's really a bad answer here, but I'm going to go with Georgia. I don't know. Even though we haven't won on the road in a long time in Gainesville or Tuscaloosa, we did beat them both last year. So just, I don't know. Hindsight, like if we beat Georgia, we more than likely, have beat
go to Atlanta.
have beat at least one out of these two. So I don't know.
If you beat Georgia, you go to Atlanta. That's
Yeah,
how
I mean,
plain and simple.
unless you're Butch Jones and you beat Florida and Georgia and still manage to lose the East. But yeah, for me though, like if we beat Georgia, we win the East, and that means that we have decent shot of going to the playoffs.
The 2016 season was wild.
We
We beat Florida and Georgia, and we still lost.
And still lost the
How does
East.
that happen?
Who went that year? It was Florida that went that year, wasn't it? Yeah.
Which new players that we haven't seen play yet are you most excited about?
Nico. I'm excited to see what he does. Like I've said, I hope he doesn't go in, because more than likely, if he goes in, that means Milton ain't doing very good. But when he does get his time to shine this year, I hope he balls out.
I got Nico as well. I mean, to be honest with you, Nico is he's gonna be a star, and
He's going to play.
he's gonna play this year. He is gonna play this year. Even if you think he won't, he's gonna play.
Oh, I think we're going to see a good dose of him.
Yeah, even we're going to have some blowout games, hopefully, that Nico will get to come in. There's no reason to redshirt him because he's probably not going to be at Tennessee for 4 years as it is. So play him when you can. I'm excited to see Nico, but I'm really excited to see what Deontay Thornton brings to the
Yeah.
table. Another massive wide receiver in wide receiver university once again. I'm also excited to see McClellan Castles, a tight end transfer.
It's a good one.
Big position of need. And, I'm really kind of curious and want to see what our new price kicker, he's a transfer, Charles Campbell, brings, because that's a part of the game that we haven't really talked about much is special teams. We've been kind of spoiled the last few years, and we got a brand new kicker, and that always makes
Yeah,
you nervous.
new kicker, new punter. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the breaks are made.
I'll throw one in there. Cameron Douglas, defensive lineman.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna go Keenan Peely, linebacker. He's a stud. I think this is his like 5th year playing college football. Mature team captain for BYU for a long time. I got Dante Thornton as well. Huge wide receiver, long, tall, athletic, fast. I'm gonna go Nico. This is a pretty big duh. Who don't want to see the number 1 player in the country play football? I'm gonna go Gabe Judy-Lawley, defensive back from BYU. We needed him bad. Another veteran. He actually played at Vanderbilt before he played at BYU.
He's the guy's education.
He's smart though. And I'm gonna go John Campbell, offensive tackle. Anxious to see, how he feels Darnell Wright's spot. Last question before we get to the duel. Not to wish the 2020 or 2023 season away. Never do that. But college football playoffs expand next year. How excited are you for the 12-game expansion?
It's very exciting. Finally, we can make some sense of this playoff system. And it makes perfect sense. You win your conference, you go to the playoffs, and then you have your at-large teams. Like, it's the perfect solution. I think it's going to make college football better.
I'm excited. It's gonna be easy to get in, but harder to win.
That's right.
And that's all it's gonna be. And that's a good thing, honestly. Like you're saying, the best needs to be there. And what we've had we've come a long ways from just.
Right.
I mean, it was just a few years ago. We were sitting there with like a BCS game, and that was just a BS. Like, oh, you're going to be a BCS national
It's a
championship.
computer thing.
And then we had the college football playoff board, and now we're going from 4 teams to 8 teams, and
With the committee's only going to come in for the at-large teams. Is that correct? That's where the committee votes. Like who's the at-large schools that make it in?
I think there's some automatic bids. But,
yeah.
which rightfully should be.
While yes and no, I don't believe a conference champion that may have 4 losses, like let's just say in Iowa, somehow sneaks into the Big Ten championship and wins that game, but they got 4 losses. I don't believe a non-top 20 team should be in the playoffs.
It'll take care of itself over time.
It will, but I'm super excited about it, and I like the 12-team format. It still awards the top 4 teams with a bye, so the regular season still means something. I think 12 is the right number, and I'm very excited. You know, hopefully we'll get 6 SEC teams in. Wouldn't that be incredible?
I think there's a pretty good shot. I'm pumped. I think this needed to happen for a long time. With the top 12 teams, anything can happen. But just imagine this: the home playoff games is awesome. I mean, imagine
Oh my gosh.
Tennessee, Ohio State at Neyland Stadium
Oh my goodness.
for a playoff game. I mean, it would be rocking.
You want to talk about rocking just for a homecoming game? Like, my lord, could you
So
imagine?
hold up. So that's my first time hearing that. So
The first round is home games.
is that Will?
Yes. The higher seed gets the home game.
That is true. Okay,
Even if you get the first round bye.
Well, no, that's second round.
okay.
Yeah,
I have not even heard that yet. That is pretty dang cool. You're talking about doing some ticket sales, and
Well, that'd be
I
all right.
hope season ticket holders who's had season
Well, wait a
tickets
minute,
for
I
20
could be
years
wrong here.
have some special
Join
benefits.
the volunteer
and get-
club to get first access to tickets. Join now.
But wait a minute.
Season ticket holders do get first. They
Let's say
should
we
get
get a
first
first
dibs.
round bye. That means we don't get a home playoff game.
Yeah, but
But you get that first
you get
bye,
but you
you
don't
get a free win.
get a free win.
Yeah.
Imagine if we had this during Fulmer's Day. We'd be in the playoffs every single year, almost.
We'd have been in the playoffs last year, and
We'd have been playoffs for us last season. We lost to LSU in the SEC championship in 2007.
Fulham would probably still be here as coach. Ouch.
All right. Well, we're going to be right back after these messages. We have the duel coming up next.
Belts coming on.
Who's going to show them the belt, Spank?
It is.
Spank is the winner.
It's my beauty. It's my thing. I've slept with it every single night.
Coming home to Spur Daddy tonight.
Spank has been the champion for a while. Last week when we done the live, we let the viewers vote, and we took a poll on who the winner was from the duel. So
And it was me. It was the people's champ, baby.
So share this out, like it, get your friends in here, let them vote for who they think the winner is in the duel. We'll be right back.
Do you have dreams about what your property could be? Whether it's driveways, ponds, septic, new home construction, or even forestry mulching, let us earn your business and make your property dreams come true. Call Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408. You can also find us on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you for supporting small businesses that support you. Again, that's Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408.
ZNN Concrete are the professionals you need to call for all of your concrete finishing needs. Driveways, sidewalks, curbs, garage pads, footers, and much more. They can do it all. No job is too big, no job is too small. Give ZNN Concrete a call today, 865-360-6176. Residential or commercial. That's ZNN Concrete, 865-360-6176. And we're back. Next, we've got the duel presented by Premier Excavation.
And Corbin's running scared. It's the two of us, Spank.
He's gone because he knows the champ is here, baby.
Right here.
Corbin always has to put on a costume before.
Oh my gosh.
He's forgot we're live.
Just come over here shirtless.
No, please don't. He's sitting next to me.
Give the ladies a show.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Look here, I'll go ahead and make this.
Corbin, it smells like you've been in a river.
Yeah. Ugh.
But the duel's presented by Premier Excavation. Make sure you check them out for any of your excavation needs. The Spank, the Spur.
champ.
Okay, my bad.
Spur Daddy.
The Spur Daddy. All right, you're starting to
almost
walk
there.
on the vault, yeah.
Almost there.
And then Corbin is going to battle it out over a few tough questions. The winner not only gets bragging rights, but they get some hardware to drag around with them for a week.
I've had a tough week. I can only
You
afford.
smell like Vaseline and OxyClean.
I can only afford these cheap ass sunglasses right now. I've had a tough week.
Those are promotional sunglasses. They were giveaways.
I'm just telling everybody right now, like, I was a champ for 63 straight days, and he never won nothing, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now. I am the greatest of all time.
No, you ain't.
Nobody can touch me.
You ain't. Shut it. I'll even make a decree here. If I do not successfully defend this belt this week, I will leave the Vols Deep podcast for 1 whole week.
Well, let me tell you something right here, son. For anybody that voted for him last week, he cares so much about that title belt that he left it just sitting around this week. And just so happens it ended up on my Mama Rogers.
Yeah, I left it. You know why I left it with Mama Rogers?
Spank.
Do you really want to know why the Spank left it with Mama Rogers?
Spank.
Do you want to know, baby? Do you want to know? We got all night long to talk about it. Do you want to talk about it, Corbin? But you don't have to call me Spank anymore. You could just simply call me Daddy.
We're going to fight over this microphone, Corbin. Spank, you say you leaving us for 1 week if you don't win that belt tonight?
Yeah, loser
Hell,
leaves town.
You never show up 2 weeks in a row anyway.
Oh my
so-
God! Because I'm a busy man, I'm a man of the people. I'm getting ready for August the 11th. Joe Kazana Promotions presents Heartbeat, baby.
Well, you're getting fired.
Coach Kazana all the way.
All right.
Oh my God! I hope you burn your house down.
All right, we're live on both Facebook accounts. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. Share it out. These three are going to go at it. We're not used to these threesomes. Corbin is, but
Threesomes?
this is a different kind. But yeah, we're going to get going here.
We got to share this microphone, Corbin. It's
all
going
right.
to get dirty.
We're going to go in order. Do you want to go, or do you want to go first?
I always go
Champ
first.
goes first. All
The
right.
champ goes first.
All right, y'all vote in the comments. We got 5 questions. Give me.
Come on, son. Let's give it to us. What are you looking
Oh,
for?
give
You
it
should
to
already
me.
know this
I'm reading the
English.
comments of the people. Shut your mouth.
You trying to buy an election
Shut up.
already?
At least I don't have to get all goofed up on some costume, whatever. I come dressed. I'm the champ.
You're
I don't have
always-
to get ready. My number 1. Give your top 6 college football playoff predictions.
You're always
I
goofed
got
up.
Georgia. Number 1. I got Tennessee. Number 2.
You ain't gotta scream. We
I
can
got
hear you.
Michigan. I got TCU, I got Bama, and I got The Ohio State University. Beat that one, Jack.
Who are your top 6 college football playoff contenders this year?
Well, of course, I've got Ohio State and Michigan. I mean, they're two of the best in the Big Ten, and they're going to be in contention to get there. Everybody's going to be talking about them every damn week. Alabama, of course, and Georgia, because Georgia's defending national champion. Alabama, of course, it's Alabama. Alabama, every year. Alabama. They're the best they are. Tennessee, we're going to be there. You watch and see. We're going to be there. Now, I'm going to tell you this one. USC, I will say this. USC's going to be there. They got Caleb Williams come back, Heisman Trophy winner from last year. And I am a believer in UFC and him. And I think he and USC is going to give a run for a college, not a national championship, but they're going to at least give a run for the college football playoffs this year. Take it over, Spo.
You know, Corbin, we've been talking about the same all night long, but I'm going to bring some real facts to the table. Until Georgia can be proven wrong, they're clearly a contender. Alabama has a Saban effect. They'll be in the discussion even with 3 losses, so they're going to be right there in the discussion. Ohio State is a media darling, and it's going to come down to them or Michigan, one or the other. One of those 2 teams is going to make the playoffs. I still like Ohio State in that matchup. You said it, USC. The Pac-12 is weak, and USC is right there. Oregon is down. Utah is going to be their toughest opponent. Utah's good, but USC gets by Utah. They'll be in the playoff. Their non-conference schedule is easy, and they do have the returning the Heisman Trophy winner in Caleb Williams. So USC is likely going to be a playoff team. As much as I hate to say that, one that neither one of you 2 mentioned, Clemson. The ACC isn't what I call intimidating, other than Florida State. So Clemson runs roughshod over the ACC one more time and beats Florida State. They're going to be in the playoffs. They have an easy road yet again. Their non-conference game against South Carolina may just be their playoff game. So Clemson can get by Florida State and South Carolina. I feel like they're going to be in the playoffs yet again. And then we have good old Tennessee. If Joe Milton can be anywhere near what we expect him to be, then Tennessee is a real contender.
Had to put him at the bottom, didn't
Our
you?
schedule is tough, but we're right there. We are right there. We beat Alabama again and take care of business against Florida and A&M. You know, losing to Georgia may not kill our chances if we can win clean otherwise. So Tennessee is going to be an absolute playoff contender, and that's my 6.
Y'all had to put Tennessee at the bottom. You know, people
Question-
out there, that should be a sign, you know. That should be a sign. how they feel about your Volunteers. You're watching this podcast, one, because you love the Spank, but two, because you love the Tennessee Volunteers. That should be a sign that these two self-proclaimed grown
you
men
trying
over
to-
here
are you
had
trying to
Tennessee
buy
down
votes?
at the bottom.
I'm bringing facts.
I don't have to buy nothing. The people love the Spank.
You leave the best for last, son.
Oh, yeah, okay. Or was it you're putting Tennessee at 6 and you're leaving them out of the playoffs?
Let's be honest about it. Tennessee out of the West is the least of those teams that's likely to be in the playoffs.
Oh, my gosh. You see,
They
he said
are.
it.
Hey, I'm coming with facts and I'm being
He
honest about
said
it.
it, people.
Would you rather me be honest or not honest?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
You
if
want to
y'all
BS
have
these
time
people?
anyway.
No.
Here, you want to do the honesty test? Are you an alcoholic?
All right, we're getting a lot of Spur votes. All right.
I don't see him. I see Spank right here.
You're not on YouTube.
I'm not
Question number 2. Does Georgia three-peat?
No, Georgia does not three-peat.
Nope.
The target's on their back, and someone's going to dethrone them this year, and it's going to be the Tennessee Volunteers.
That's right, Spur. Tell them about it. Look, it's hard to three. It's not been done in a long time. A team's three-peat.
I don't know. Has it ever been done?
It has been done. It was back in the 30s, I believe. It was a long
It's
time
not
ago.
been done in modern times.
No, it's not. Very impossible to. Georgia is going down. They're not getting that three-peat because Tennessee Volunteers is going to get it done.
Georgia's not three-peating this year. I'll just tell you that right now.
No, not happening.
That's not happening. There's a lot of about cussed. There's a lot of stuff going down in Georgia right now, like behind the scenes, and
They don't have Stetson Bennett.
We got our behind-the-scenes
Who-
reporter
who-
here, everybody,
who is
for the
Georgia's
University of
quarterback?
Georgia.
Can anybody name him right now?
I can't. I know they got that big tight end with the horse collar thing.
I'll say this about Georgia's quarterback. Georgia right now is on Alabama's level. Like you don't know who the quarterback is, and he's going to come out and he's going to be a great player.
That's true.
But
That
at the end of the day, do you have the other players to back him up? And I don't know if that's going to be true or not this year because Georgia lost a lot of talent last year.
You know, and Georgia's got the big head. You know, like I said just a minute ago, the target is squarely on their backs, and every team that comes after Georgia is coming after them with everything they got. And Tennessee's going to dethrone them, and someone else is going to as well.
All right. Getting a lot of Spur votes on YouTube. How many games does Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, win at Colorado this year?
He's going to win 8 or 9 games.
What?
I'm telling you, look at the back half of his schedule. Okay, yeah, he's got a tough task, week 1, TCU. Then he's got to play USC and Oregon. Okay, but then look at the rest of it. Like the Oregon States, the UCLAs, I'm telling you, they might start out bumpy, but they will finish strong. Mark my words.
Go ahead, Corbin.
I think Deion Sanders is going to do something stupid. I think he's already borderline. Like he thought he can, like, you can go Jackson State FCS school and do what you done. Okay,
He's not the one playing though. He's
Let-
not. It's the players he's getting from the portal. If Tennessee
Well,
fans should know anything, it's about using the
it's
portal.
my time to talk.
Okay, fine, whatever. I didn't know we were being civil here. It
my-
says in the notes, get down and dirty. You must not know how to get down and dirty. That's why your mama calling me.
He
You know, I should have took your microphone for this, Luke.
Yeah, probably.
he thinks he
Well, y'all can still use the middle, but y'all are just getting into it.
he thinks you can do that in Jackson State down there, but this is not FCS. This is FBS college football. Pac-12 team.
Can't even say it, everybody. See? Look, do you want a champion that's an alcoholic?
They change the name every year of the conference. So,
They can't make up their mind what conference they're in anyway.
but the thing is, Colorado has not been relevant in years. Yeah, they have a big stadium. I guess they have good fan base. I don't know. They say they do. I don't believe it. It's just like any other Pac-12 school. Honestly, I mean, listen, okay. Deion Sanders, is he doing good things? Yes, he's doing good things. But at the end of the day, he's over here and he's disciplining these kids and he's acting like it's 1960 football. And the kids nowadays are not going to go by that. So he's going to have to, and
Getting 'em.
and eventually he's gonna have a blow up. Is what he's gonna have in the program. He's gonna have a blow up, and when somebody blows up, you're gonna have multiple people blow up, and then he's gonna have something come out and be like, "Oh, Deion's got this allegation going on over here." So I expect something to blow up within the program.
Who's one of the most talked about
hey.
teams this offseason?
You want to hear a fact? I'll give you a fact. College football has an 85-player roster limit. Deion Sanders in Colorado has 51 players on their roster.
They got
That's a good
51
point.
dogs.
51
a
players
good
on their
point.
roster. They are playing
got
30,
dogs.
34 players short, and they're playing a not an easy schedule. They open up with TCU. That's a loss.
That is a lot.
They follow up with Nebraska. That's probably a loss.
I'm
They're going to
not-
win against Colorado State, so that's one win. Then they go to Oregon. That's a loss. Then they play a playoff team in USC. That's a loss. They're going to start out the season 1-4. By that point, they're going to have injuries, so 51 players are going to be down to about 41 players. Then they go to Arizona State. That's a loss. They might squeak by Stanford, so that's 2. Then they're off. Then they go to UCLA. That's another loss. Then they go to Oregon State. That's a loss. Then they play Arizona, and I'm going to give them Arizona. I'm going to give them one more. But at that point, they're 3-8. Then they're going to lose their last 2 to Washington State, and then a very good Utah team. That's 3 wins on the year for Deion Sanders in Colorado, and they'll be down to about 35 players. Cause they're going to look like poor old Oakdale High School out there without a roster.
I like it.
That's it.
All right, question number 4. Which team matches the preseason hype this year? Florida State, Penn State, or Texas?
Not Texas.
It's not Texas.
Not Texas.
Go ahead, champ.
Do you really want to know my answer? Do you
Well, yeah.
really want to know?
If you want to try to win, yeah.
Okay, Texas.
I knew he'd say it
You
because
know why I'm
he
giving
stuck
it
up.
to them? Because they're going to make it to the Sugar Bowl where they're going to get beat by the Volunteers. And here's my prediction. Alabama's getting upset by Texas. That's my prediction. I think that the quarterback that Texas has, I think he is very good.
What's
And
his name?
I don't fucking know. Leave me alone.
What?
I'm sorry, everybody. Sorry, my bad.
What's his
But-
name? What?
I don't know his name, but I know he's starting over Arch Manning. So if you're starting over a Manning, you must be really good, pal. But I got Texas winning week 3 against Alabama. I got Texas being back. And then they're going to get beat in the Sugar Bowl.
Go ahead, Corbin. I'll let you go. It's not Texas. We both know that.
Now, as a Texas, I'm upon you.
Penn State. I love Penn State. Penn State's got good things going for them at the moment. Really good things. I think Penn State is the past few years. Penn State has been building a pretty dang good program, and it's pretty impressive comparing what they've had to go through, because they went through. You had Joe Paterno years, and they very, very dark years. No bowl games. You just playing football out there, and whenever the season's over for you. Even if you won 12 games, no Big Ten, no bowl game. Penn State they got a loyal.
The Nittany Lions, right? Spit it out.
Can you imagine playing 4 years for Penn State as a freshman and sticking it out? And then you're not going to have a bowl game your entire college career. It sucks.
NCAA sucks.
This happened like 10 years ago.
But at the end of the day, they stuck with them, and they kept getting the recruits. And look at them now.
This happened 10 years ago.
It,
These kids were probably in middle school when this happened.
SMU was a top team in college football, and they got the death penalty just like Penn State. And guess what happened to SMU? Look at them nowadays.
Look, not everybody's going to be down for long, brother. Like, heck, look at us.
The-
Look
the-
at Tennessee.
Hey, the answer to this question is Florida State. And it's simply because Penn State, while I do
I'll
like
never
them,
pick
and I
Florida
like James Franklin, they got a tough road to hoe getting through Michigan and Ohio State. Florida State, if they get over Clemson, has a pretty easy road to the ACC championship. And so Florida State, out of those 3 teams, will be the one that's back this season.
He said he ain't gonna pick no Florida State. I over here, Florida.
He's still got
He's good.
He's still got the Florida in his veins a little bit.
No, I don't. I just don't like Florida State.
Hey.
I don't like the stupid war chant.
He's like the Grinch. He's got that little big heartbeat going.
I do have the heartbeat going. And speaking of heartbeat, everybody, you know where I'm
Now
going.
give me my
August
belt,
11th.
Spanky.
Look, it ain't over with yet. It ain't over.
All right, question number 5. Y'all vote after this one. Which team is your favorite to win the Super Bowl this year?
Ooh, that comes from out of left field.
That
Come on,
did
come on,
come out of
champ.
left field. But you know what? I'm going with the shocker of it all. Brock Purdy is going to shock the world, and the San Francisco 49ers are going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs in an upset in the Super Bowl.
Brock Purdy won't make it through the season.
I'm willing to bet.
And it's almost similar to Georgia until someone proves them differently. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to be right there in the Super Bowl one more time. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback on the planet. He's going to prove it one more time, and he's going to give him another ring.
We're talking about the NFL playoffs here.
We are.
Yes, we are. Thank you for joining us.
Every single year, every
NFL, yeah.
every single year, the NFL playoffs. It's the let's see here.
He's trying to ponder.
Yeah,
You were always on my mind.
It's not the Cowboys. Don't say it.
No, it ain't no Cowboys.
no. I'm just thinking of like every year you can be the best team in the NFL, okay?
You can.
And every year, the best teams always get beat in the playoffs. And then you got a playoff matchup. Listen, I'm sitting here and I've saw teams go to the dang Super Bowl with like 9 wins on the season and like 10 losses. And I'm sitting here like, how are they in the Super Bowl? Because they make the playoffs because they win division. Just like last year, Dallas's division last year, the Redskins.
The Commanders.
Jacksonville was this close last year.
Do not call them the Commanders.
That's what their name is, pal. It don't matter if you don't like it. That's what their name is.
I don't care what the hell they call them
Oh my
nowadays.
gosh, I'm sorry, pal, but facts are facts. That's what their name is.
Will you quit thinking and give us an answer, Corbin? Where,
Like my lord, he's thinking.
this podcast
He's
is
thinking,
already
how
4
can I
hours.
get another beer? How can I get me another NASCAR ticket? How can I get me another girl who might be my second cousin? How am I going to get me another mullet? How am I going to get... Just shut up and answer the damn question!
Going to Super Bowl this year is Josh Allen and Buffalo Bills. I
Oh, dear
think,
God, they'll choke before they get there.
and I will say this: it's going to be Kansas City and Buffalo again, like it is the past 2 years, and it'll be one of the greatest games you ever see in the NFL because that's what they do. It's two of the best quarterbacks, dueling it out, and Josh Allen's got to do it sometime. And I think this year is the year Josh Allen gets Patrick Mahomes, and he goes Super Bowl and he wins the damn thing.
I can't argue it. I think it's the two best teams, the Bills and the Chiefs. It's going to come down to that game. I'm going to throw a wild card out there, though, because I think Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are all
Oh, my God.
in the NFC.
Oh, no.
And they are going after. If they get Dalvin Cook, watch out for the Jets.
The Jets are going to get beaten week 5 by the Denver Broncos, baby. Sean Payton's right. Nathaniel Hackett sucks.
The last time the Jets thought they could go to the Super Bowl,
It's a wild card.
Brett Favre is the quarterback, and that fan got
Pretty funny, isn't it?
that fan a week before 2 weeks before the Super Bowl got that tattoo before the dang championship game,
It's funny.
and he got it on his leg, and he was like, "Super."
What's wrong with people getting tattoos on their leg?
Well, Super.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey.
Well, he had it
Start
right.
That
deducting,
ain't going to get you votes there.
Yeah,
Corbin.
hey.
deducting votes.
His tattoo was "World Super Bowl champions"
at this point-
of this year, and
as long as he
they
don't
never
win,
made it.
I don't
They missed the
care.
field goal and lost it.
Kirk Cousins
Oh,
don't
but
even have
let-
$200 worth of merch.
Let us know in the
Coke
comments.
Santa's the man. He's gonna whoop you and Cofield.
Oh, let me guess, you're drinking that daddy Kool-Aid, huh?
He
Yeah, you just drinking the daddy Kool-Aid, huh?
come on, Coke. I know you got him over here.
Okay, keep doing it. Well, hey, look, even if I do
Hey.
lose in Cofield and I do get fired, let's see how long Joe Kazana Promotions
Spank,
lasts.
will you shut up and give me my belt?
The people ain't voted.
Oh, they're voting. Let us know in the comments who won the duel. We're gonna hit a commercial. We're gonna hit the jersey.
Hold up. Vote for me. If you vote for me, I'll get naked.
my
I'll get naked at your wedding.
Oh God.
Look, at this point, I'll know I'm always the champ because, one, I'm the Spank Heavyweight Champion. But as long as this goofus right here doesn't win, I can sleep well at night.
I'll
we'll
get naked at
be
your
we'll
wedding.
be right back. We're gonna hit the jersey countdown. Still tallying the votes. Stick with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your man here, the Spank. Like myself, D&M Fencing are the best in the business today. They can install wood, chain link, vinyl, picket, composed metal, barbed wire, heck, bring them bamboo sticks. And they can install them things for you too. D&M Fencing, do it right the first time. Their numbers are 865-435-4515 or 865-387-1026. Give my friend Ted a call today. That's D&M Fencing.
Hey y'all, it's the Vol Daddy. We're doing a huge giveaway for the season opener in Nashville versus Virginia. A pair of tickets, 4 rows off the field. All you have to do is join up for the volunteer club. You should already be a member, but here's your chance to join and win some tickets at the same time. The higher membership you get, the more entries you're going to get to win the tickets. Refer a friend, I'll double your chances to win. We will do the giveaway live on our show. Remember, you have to use my link. Screenshot that QR code or get on my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, whatever. Join today. Go Vols.
Oh my God.
Well, we lost Corbin again.
And we're back. Next, we've got our jersey countdown. Presented by D&M Fence Company.
Corbin's gone, everybody.
Thank you, Ted McKinney, for sponsoring this segment.
Big old Ted.
We're currently on number 31. 31 days till college football. We're going to go back to last Wednesday, and we're going to hit up to the current day. So number 37, I'll start us off. I'm going to go with Bowden White. Played 1937, 1938. Captain for General Neyland's Volunteers. All-American, All-SEC, and then obviously he coached at Tennessee too.
I got Peerless Price, number 37, baby. Could it be anybody else?
I got Peerless Price too. He played from 1996, 1998. Went to the NFL, had 400 receptions, 31 touchdowns, 199 yards in the national championship game, and had the game-winning touchdown at 79 yards to win the national championship for Tennessee.
You can't have a number 37 without Peerless Price. He also had 7 rushes for 122 yards and 138 receptions for 2,212 yards and 19 touchdowns at the University of Tennessee.
Number 36, I'm going to go with Ed Malinsky. Played 1938, 1940. Guard, 2-time All-American. Set records on that Tennessee defense. Didn't allow a single point in that 1939 season.
I got Chad Cunningham. Played for the Vols in the mid-2000s. He was a good player for Tennessee.
I got Anthony Anderson, defensive back, played 39 games for Tennessee. He was a Knoxville native out of Austin East High School.
Well, everybody's a Knoxville native because, look, once you're a Vol, you're a Vol, baby.
And I took Maurice Buck Fitzgerald. He's a second-generation player at UT, played from 98 to 2001. His father, maybe more well-known than he is a legend in the coaching ranks in Middle Tennessee.
It's a good pick. I'm going to go for number 35, William Howard, running back, 84 to 87. 85 Sugar Bowl, solid NFL career. Played in 42 games, 1,711 yards, and 21 touchdowns. All SEC running back for Tennessee. Who do you have at number 35?
I got the first man to ever wear. This is number 35, Robert Sneed, baby.
Man, a few words all of a sudden.
That's right. I'm tired.
Who do you have at number 35, Corbin?
Got Daniel Beachey.
Batuli.
Well, you said Daniel Boone for me.
He played 2016, 2019 linebacker. Led Tennessee in tackles for 3 consecutive seasons.
And I went way back in time and went to 1953 for Mr. Ed Cantrell, who at one time had 9 receptions for 91 yards and a big old touchdown for Tennessee.
Number 34, I'm going Travis Stevens, running back, 99 to 01, All-American, led the NCAA in yards, set rushing records at Tennessee, played the NFL with the Bucks and Texans, Super Bowl champion, one of the all-time best Tennessee running backs.
I got 34. I got Jabari Davis.
The Juice,
The juice
the Gator Killer.
is loose.
Hey, James Berry.
Okay.
Father, if you know the Berry family, father of Eric, Evan, and Elliott. Played from 1978 1981, and he was the captain for 1981. But look at the talent that he produced.
And, 34 is a great number for running backs because I got the great Reggie Cobb. Played from 87 to 89, had 445 rushes for 2,360 yards and 26 touchdowns, added 360 more receiving yards and 3 more touchdowns. So 29 career touchdowns at Tennessee for the great Reggie Cobb.
That's a really good pick. A lot of people forget about Reggie Cobb. 33, I'm going with Keith DeLong, linebacker, 85 to 88. Led the Vols in tackles back-to-back years, All-American, Butkus Award finalist, first-round draft pick, Super Bowl champion, Keith DeLong.
I took the same pick as you did, Luke, so I'll let them go.
Okay.
Number 33, another first man to ever wear this. No, never mind. I'm looking at my notes wrong here. Sorry, everybody. Getting very hot in here. Can't help it. Running back from 1981 to about 83, Johnny Jones.
That's a good one.
I got Jeremy Banks.
There you go.
Recent player,
Hey.
219 tackles all time, 109 solo tackles, 18 tackles for loss, 5.5 sacks, 6 double-digit tackles.
32, I'm going to go with Bill Noling. Played 1940, 1942, 3-year starter, 1940 national champion. Lost his life in World War II, so hard to steer away from Bill
Yeah,
Noling.
hard to pick against that. Man, make us feel
All y'all have Bill Noling?
I had Bill Nolan.
Yeah.
32?
Yeah.
Nope.
Who'd you have,
I
hero?
had Charles Wilson.
Charles Wilson. All right. Number 31, I'm going with Gerald Riggs Jr., 1,000-yard rusher in 2004, preseason All-American. 2005 Heisman Trophy candidate. Finished with over 2,000 all-purpose yards, 18 touchdowns. Injuries set him back in his career, but amazing running back for Tennessee.
31, I got Jamal Lewis. Good running back for the University of Tennessee.
He was great.
Had Jamal Lewis, too. He had 2,677 yards, Tennessee, 17 touchdowns. National championship, Tennessee. Super Bowl champion, too.
Who did he win the Super Bowl with?
Baltimore,
Baltimore!
2,000. And in the NFL, he had 10,607 yards rushing, 58 touchdowns. And receiving, he was... For him to have 1,800 yards receiving in the NFL, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I also took Gerald Riggs, just like you did, Luke, for the same reasons. Over 2,000 yards, dozens of touchdowns. So Gerald Riggs is a great UT player who wore the number 31 because we are 31 days away.
From football time.
Yes, sir.
In Tennessee.
And we've got a new winner from the duel, according to the people. The Spur
Give me my belt.
is the new champion, the new dual
See you
champion.
again, baby. Mwah.
Kiss it goodbye.
You know what? I'm not as sad because I am giving this to a man who did his research tonight and didn't need a gimmick to try to get over. As long as the belt is not in the hands of this little rascal right here, I'm going to sleep well at night.
Finally, the
Spur,
ref.
congratulations.
Finally, the ref wins a belt.
That's right.
Congratulations, Spur. We'll be right back. We're going to hit Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other, presented by C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. And then we've got our giveaway. We got a cool giveaway. Got some cards, football cards, baseball cards. Got a signed baseball. Got decals. Stick around for our giveaway. We'll be right back. Hey y'all, it's the Vol Daddy. The C&D Tire Pros are your go-to experts for nearly all of your vehicle needs. Located in the heart of Oak Ridge at 164 Fairbanks Road. They've got a 4.8 out of 5-star rating, and that's very hard to do in the tire business. tire installation, wheel alignment, wheel balancing, tire rotation, tire repair, brake changes, oil changes. Hell, they'll even paint your back porch. I've known Zach since he was in diapers. We went to church together. We went to school together. We played football together. And he's been changing tires since he's been in diapers. Give them a call today, 865-483-7455. Like them on Facebook. That's C&D Tire, 865-483-7455. Are you looking for a place to tailgate this season? Look no further than the Volunteer Club. Free food, free drinks, free games, and an open bar. Yes, I said open bar. Also, you're going to get things like watch parties, shirts, decals, koozies, exclusive video content, special events, meet and greets, etc. You absolutely cannot beat the Volunteer Club. For as little as $5, you can join today. Click on my QR code, screenshot my QR code, or message me for a direct link and come tailgate with the best of the best. Go Vols. And we're back. Next, we've got Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other, presented by C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. I'll pick 5 crazy stories, the headline, and then they're going to guess which state that it happened in and just kind of explained why it must have happened in that state. Story number 1. Man falls out of truck, leaving strip club, runs himself over in the process, and crashes vehicle into house.
That's Georgia. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Hell yeah.
Who you guessing?
Alabama.
All right. So there's a strip club clearly in a neighborhood because he ran into a house. So it's going to be something to do with Georgia.
This happened in Florida. Florida man fell out of his truck while on his way home from the strip club, and the truck ran over the man before crashing into a house. The dude fled. 28-year-old Florida man left the Dancers Royal Strip Club in Orlando around 2:15 in the morning, but the man only made it about a block down the street before he fell out of his truck, hitting the ground. His 2016 Ford pickup truck, it didn't stop. The truck ran over his leg and started rolling away. The driverless vehicle then crashed into the front of a house. The man survived the whole ordeal and fled the scene. The damaged truck was left at the scene, stuck in the house. It crashed into a 58-year-old woman inside the house, received minor injuries from the crash. While his name hasn't been released, the man left his identification behind in the truck. So the Florida Highway Patrol troopers were able to identify him. They went to his address, but still haven't been able to locate him.
Was the woman naked in the house?
I'm not sure on that one. Unsure on that one. All right, number 2, if I can find it. Arrested for spitting on the ground. Arrested for spitting on the ground. Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other.
I'm going to go with Alabama. Them people usually got tobaccos in their mouth.
I've been there before. My buddy one time spit in the ground inside a boil. And everybody's playing pool around the boil, and all of a sudden, you do not spit on this floor of this boil. And I'm like, here we go. And, yeah, I'm going to guess Georgia on this one.
I'm not sure that spitting on the ground would be illegal in Alabama, so I'm going to say other on this one.
Florida.
Florida again.
Yeah, apparently you can get arrested for this common behavior depending on where you are. Joseph Stober was confronted by a police officer while walking around his Florida neighborhood last year around 2 in the morning. The officer was suspicious of what was in his pocket. The cop asked if he could search Stober, but Stober refused, according to police. The officer began to pat Stober down, and then Stober, who had chewing tobacco in his mouth, spit on the ground. It was apparently enough to land him in jail, where he was released on a $250 bail. The arresting officer and another officer who later appeared at the scene were eventually disciplined for the pat-down and misconduct during the encounter.
My Lord. All for spitting on the ground.
That's serious stuff.
Don't do it in the boy.
I'm spitting it.
I could see it and I'd get in trouble in a bar, but not outside. A woman's potty mouth led her to being charged an extra $150 from a towing company.
I'd be in trouble. Georgia. They seem like a bunch of people that care about them potty mouth people.
Other.
Yeah, this either happened in either Detroit or Philadelphia, because I've seen those TV shows, Parking Wars.
This happened in Alabama.
Wow.
The girl was removed her car from an illegal parking spot. Mahogany Grandison was visiting a friend in Huntsville, Alabama, and parked in an illegal spot. She and others were towed away, but when it came time to settle up, she was charged $350, while others were charged $200. Daniel Bradford, owner of the Affordable Towing Company, blamed the extra $150 charge on her language. Said she crossed the line. Said she was threatening, cussing, and saying she wasn't going to do this and that. He said, well, with all the harassment we had to do something. So they charged her an extra $150.
She didn't offer up enough, I guess.
No, she didn't take it.
All right. Worshiping too loudly.
Alabama. No, you know what? Other. I'm going to go Tennessee.
Georgia.
Arkansas.
This happened in Columbia, South Carolina. Pastor Johnny Clark was a repeat offender for God, apparently. Last month, he was found guilty of unlawful sound amplification and sentenced to 2 weeks in jail for a regular and rambunctious Pentecostal worship service that had brought police to his church more than 50 times. Neighbors had complained repeatedly the instruments played during the service were disruptive, and that Clark was still using microphones and drums despite a previous injunction against them.
Okay.
I see a Family Guy scene in there.
Wait, I see a First Amendment thing here, because if he's doing it inside his own church, then that's their own thing. I'd almost pay to see it.
All right, number 5, 13-year-old kid arrested for farting in class.
That's going to be, other. That's an upstate thing.
Outside the country.
It must have been a bad fart.
California.
That is a very good answer. But this happened in Florida. 13-year-old Florida student was arrested and hauled off the police station after disrupting class by farting and turning off other kids' computers. I guess that was included as well. But he was charged with disruption of school function and later released into the care of his mother.
Oh, my God. What is wrong with these people?
Florida man.
What is wrong with Florida?
It's always Florida something. All right, that was Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other, presented by C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. We'll be right back. We're going to do a giveaway. Share this out. Trivia question. Whoever wins gets the giveaway. We'll be right back. Are you looking for a place to tailgate this season? Look no further than the Volunteer Club. Free food, free drinks, free games, and an open bar. Yes, I said open bar. Also, you're going to get things like watch parties, shirts, decals, koozies, exclusive video content, special events, meet and greets, etc. You absolutely cannot beat the Volunteer Club. For as little as $5, you can join today. Click on my QR code, screenshot my QR code, or message me for a direct link and come tailgate with the best of the best. Go Vols.
Megan's Cleaning Services is here to meet all of your home cleaning needs. From a basic clean to a deep clean, from a one-time clean to a bi-weekly clean, Megan's Cleaning Service is here for you. We provide residential, commercial, and rental cleanings for the best prices. serving Knox, Anderson, Scott, Roane, and Morgan counties. Give me a like on my Facebook page. My phone number is 423-539-7266. Again, that's Megan's Cleaning Services at 423-539-7266. Thank you.
Now we've lost Spank. It's all good now.
Always.
Finally, the Spank is gone.
All right, now we've got the giveaway. Now my Restream little icon up here is delayed, but I'm gonna go through and click on each service that we're live on. So just keep hammering me if I haven't named you yet. All right, we're gonna give away Signed Baseball by Ben Joyce, Blake Burke. We're giving away Tennessee football cards, and we're giving away some Topps MLB baseball cards, and we're gonna give away a decal. Here's the question. First one to answer gets it. Since Rick Barnes has been at Tennessee, which player has been taken the highest in the NBA draft?
Good question.
If y'all see anybody too, let me know. Since Rick Barnes has been at Tennessee, which player has been taken the highest in the NBA draft?
They're all Googling right now.
Everybody's Googling.
Everybody's Googling.
Marty says Tobias Harris. It is not Tobias Harris.
Nope, I know it's so.
Tobias was. How long's Tobias? You know, and I will say this.
Kirk
Tobias
says
Harris,
Grant Williams. No, it was not Grant Williams.
I will say about Tobias Harris. He's had a tremendous
Dalton
NBA
says
career.
Springer. It is not Springer.
Glad to take you outside the box, people.
It is not Kennedy Chandler, Kirk.
Nope. This is going to surprise some folks.
Kimberly says it's Grant Williams. It is not Grant Williams.
I don't know if they'll get it.
I would not have gotten this one.
Since Rick, it's hard. Since Rick, it's weird. You just don't think about it. Since Rick Barnes has been at Tennessee, which player has been taken the highest in the NBA draft? Dalton Roberts got it right on YouTube. I'm sorry. Diggin' Sports got it right before Dalton
Oh,
on
my gosh.
YouTube.
Oh no, we have a controversy here.
It was
Come in right before him.
It come in before him. Yeah, it is Keon Johnson. He was drafted by New York Knicks at pick number 21 in the 2021 NBA draft. Digging Sports, send me a message and I'll get this stuff to you, man. Thank y'all for playing. And that's it for tonight's show.
That's it, everybody. We're the people. One more week, everybody. One more week till Joe Kazana Promotions presents Heartbeat. Get your tickets now. We got 50 ringside seats left. Once they're gone, they're gone. You can see some of the best wrestling, all of space and time out there. You got the Spank. You got the Stu Crew. You even got the Walk, baby. The Walk's going to be in Gofield.
The last chance you get to see the Spank wrestle.
No,
August
it is
11th.
not. No, it's not.
We get to see the Spank get took down by the Kazanas.
No, what are y'all doing? Y'all are supposed to be my people. Y'all are supposed to be my
Corbin.
people.
Corbin, see
We
this?
are.
I'm keeping it for 66 days.
I will.
Oh my God Almighty!
Now we don't have Spanky for a week, right?
Oh, yeah, Spank's gone next week.
Spanky's gone
What
next
am I gonna
week.
do? What am I gonna do? That's right. I'm gonna get ready for August the 11th. Joe Kazana Promotions, baby.
Come on, Coke gonna whoop that A.
Yeah, Kirk's gonna whoop
I
him.
cannot believe y'all. I can't believe y'all. Y'all fine. Look, are y'all drinking the Kool-Aid too? He is lying, and he is the most low-life individual I've ever seen in my life.
He's a Will Kazana.
No, he is not. He wouldn't be anything without
He's
me.
born and bred a Will
This
Kazana.
company wouldn't be anything without me.
You had to buy and make your own championship belt
I did not buy and make it. It was given to me.
to be a
I
champion.
won it in a tournament down in Rio de Janeiro.
All right, Pat Patterson in 1979.
No, I'm glad you remember that one.
All I know is you would never be a champion if
Can
you
you
didn't.
not cut a promo on me? You have to learn to speak English before you cut a promo on me, son. Go on. Go on. Drink. Take shots. Take a shot.
If you're so good at promos, why you got 50?
Shot.
Why do you have 50 seats available?
Shot. What do you mean why we got 50 seats available? Out of 200 seats, we've sold 150 seats. That's better than any other promotion around this area. Some of these promotions around here can't even sell out front row.
You coach a football team in Cofield. You're all Cofield. You got it on your hat.
That's right, baby.
You got the whole community backing you, and you can't get more than 150 people to come out and sit in them
Because
seats.
the people are making up their mind if they want to sit in the bleachers, which is a great seat as it is, or they want to sit ringside with all the action.
Because they know you're going to get your A whooped.
No, they
by
don't.
Coach
At least
Casana.
I got enough balls to get in the ring. I'm living out the dream that half these people online and everywhere always wanted. I'm doing everything they've always wanted to do. They just never had the nuts to do it.
We got a Will
You know what?
Kazana.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
All I got to say is the champ sitting
I'm
right
out of
here.
here.
We got
Sitting right here.
you keep it walking. We got a Will Kazana coming up in this ring over here. Future WWE superstar over here. Where you gonna be in 5 years, Spank? Where you gonna be?
I'm going to be in the belly of your mama. That's where I'm going to be, Daddy.
He's gonna be at Cofield. I mean, Waltburg, some Oakdale, maybe Deer Lodge by the end.
Florida. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the shares. All the engagement. We'll see you all again next